game's to be sold, not told. So we finna keep everybody broke. They say time is money. They say money talk. I ain't got no time to waste if you ain't got no time. Out and about, out chasing paper. The streets of my house and the house always wins like Vegas. Never down for the count. Second win, second nature. Found mine. Never had my hands out. Fuck favors. By design, everything tailored. In my youth, it was shell toes, no Chuck Taylors. We choke game, how to have a game show. It's still the same code game, so it's still the same code. We all pay the cost, pay dues. Move with the main state that I can't lose. On the grind, push a hard line with my linemen. Back when I was young, they said it's all about timing. Till it's my time, all the stars are aligning. I'm a diamond in the rough, couple cuts got me shining. This game you cannot cop on consignment. In the field, all we do is execute assignments. The game should be sold, not told. So we finna keep everybody broke. They say time is money, they say money talk. I ain't got no time to waste if you ain't got no time to talk. The game should be sold, not told. So we finna keep everybody broke. They say time is money, they say money talk. I ain't got no time to waste, you ain't got no time to talk.
First, we get into this paper. See, I want it all, plus some UNDERDOG acres, a lot of alcohol, few dash bags of paper. Run this shit like a ship and I'm the sailor. Cold, kinda like it's fresh up out the freezer. Cold, if she ain't talking bread, I don't need her. Soon as I meet her, I'm a fucker, then I leave her. It's the old Mac knees, treat them all like bottom feeders. Break it down slow for them folks that don't know. I'm a seasoned vet, black belt out the dojo. With a wide range of weapons, so I'm out the holster. Keeping all options open, so many ways that I can fold ya. Told you from the gate, never been about no play. Get it on the go, they never been known for no delay. The game should be sold, not to be told. Keep your mouth shut, don't have to break the mold. Mac knees.
Break the work down, it's fence the move. Push that work out, I distribute. Break the work down, it's fence the move. Push that work out, I just distribute. A young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the foreign or I'm hopping out the Uber. Crew clocking chips opposite of you losers. Can't be broke as a joker, got no sense of humor. Just a young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the foreign or I'm hopping out the Uber. Crew clocking chips opposite of you losers. Can't be broke as a joker, got no sense of humor.
I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. You know I'm the boy, get money's what I'm used to.
Keep you straight from the gate, so I don't confuse ya. I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. I'ma make noise, shout to my producer. I'm an entertainer, but I ain't here to amuse ya. Yeah, fuck with shooters and they all fucking users. Come through, wake that ass up like a rooster, hella early in the morning. Early bird gets a worm. Finna get rich for 'em, food for the worms. Cutting cocaine, dumping whole things. It's a cold game, make you run your gold chain. Hungry, but I'm moving in a keto state. For sure, beat the price on the keys in your state. Catch me running up a tail, fucking up a bag. Make me wonder how long will a good thing last. On my Curtis Mayfield, live a life I can't chill. Push a man, push the packs, all I do is make skrill. Keep it 100, I'm just numb, yo, I can't feel none of these suckers when they say they real. Stacking Uber cash, I'm an out-of-state supplier. Random Uber man, here to get away drive. Just a young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the foreign or I'm hopping out the Uber. Crew clocking chips opposite of you losers. Can't be broke as a joker, got no sense of humor. Just a young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the...
You ready, Jerry?
I'm ready.
Just want to make sure you're ready, brother. Show me the money.
Oh, you didn't know?
Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every
hustling. Put my shoes on, you wouldn't last a mile. Summertime, wintertime, I'm on the grind. Yeah, I got the ring, I'm the champ, I'm the genie of the lamp.
This is the gift I was given, so I just live by my hustle.
My pocket, it don't make sense, but don't make a profit. So I hustle, ladies and homies. Make money, money.
It's hard out here for a pill. Ready tryna get this money for the real.
I want to find a thing to save my life, so I hustle.
It ain't over for me, no, it ain't over for me.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Show me the money!
Okay, let's go smoke that joint.
What up, Fantasy Football Hustler, back at ya. Oh, yeah, wake and bake. Let's smoke it up. Let's see who's up in the chat. Our man, Derek, salute. What up, Charter? Dion, what up, homie? Frank in the house. What up, bro? He said, good morning, peeps. Let's get these dubs this week. Let's get these dubs. Emil, shout out to Toronto. What up, homie? And Emil said, Darnold, Howell, Carr. Pick one. Might be the Wolf. We saw what he did versus the Eagles last time. And a lot of it was in garbage time, but it don't matter. By hook or by crook for the Wolf. All right. It's our man Roboito. What up, bro? And what did Charter say? I smashed accept. Giving Puka and James Cook for Tua and Swift. I mean, I already kind of gave you my thoughts. We'll ask Bogey what he thinks when he gets here. Sure, he'll be here shortly. Because I know he was here right when we were loading everything up. So may have had the kiddos wake up or something. But let's smoke it up. Smoking on some Strange Haze. Number 8. For everyone who might be listening to this in audio form on a replay, make sure you smash subscribe. Whether you're on YouTube, whether you are on, if you're listening in audio, just hit the follow. That's the Fantasy Football Hustler advice show for those who aren't following the podcast. What up, Corbin? It's going down. And there goes Bogey in the house.
I was backstage the whole time. I'm like, he's not gonna click me in.
Oh, you were? It was all black on your end. So I thought you got it.
It's weird because that's probably why I was like, I bet you I'm in some kind of matrix or something.
Yeah, because I saw you back there when the countdown was going on, and I even added you into the show where you see it go from gray to blue. And then right when the show was about to start, I was like, oh man, he went into the matrix. It's all black.
Amazing. It's funny because on my end I could see me, so I'm like, yo, this is a trip. What's good now?
What up? Smoking some tree, getting ready for
smoking some tree.
Oh yeah.
You do it for real?
Switching it up.
Oh shit. I'm smoking some tree too, but
what up, Timmy? What's going on, Tim?
Timmy.
But yeah, I'm getting ready for the silver screen breakdowns of Scream tomorrow. It's gonna be a good one.
All right.
Man.
Mac Jones for Brian Robinson. Let's do it.
What'd you say? Who?
Mac Jones for Brian Robinson. Let's do it.
Man, I wouldn't even do it for Zach Evans. Why would I do it for fucking Brian Robinson? Should have did it for Zach Evans.
Mac Jones is a boss.
Man, Mac Jones sucks.
If there was a 10-level video game, he's like, at best, the 6th level boss. Come on.
I don't know about B-Rob, though. I don't know about B-Rob. Damn it, why does Aaron Jones have to be such a biatch? Brian Robinson wouldn't be as valuable to my team if Aaron Jones wasn't such a bitch.
Give you Josh Dobbs for Aaron Jones right now.
Oh my gosh,
You're pulling
Josh
my
Dobbs.
the deal's off the table. I don't even want to joke around.
But oh man, you know what? I was randomly listening to the Big Dumb Movie podcast, and man, they went with a really, really big dumb movie.
Which one?
Dumb and Dumber.
Oh my god, I love that movie. It's so dumb.
Yeah.
You know what's cool? I've never watched their podcast per se. I have checked it out one time when we brought him on. You know, check his joints out, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they break the fuck down on that fucking.
All their shows are like 3 hours.
Yeah, like they'll be like, don't know the name of the motherfucker's barber who cut that motherfucker's bowl cut. You know what I mean? He's born in Virginia. Where they'll go down to the history of the first bowl cut ever.
Who do you think was dumber out of the two?
Easy. It was okay. It was definitely Harry, because as dumber in IQ and reading and everything else that Lloyd is, he still runs the show.
True.
Harry's a dumbass, man.
I mean, Harry couldn't even remember not to bet after he said he doesn't bet anymore.
And then he couldn't realize he got him. No, you're not. Watch.
I'll tell you how dumb Harry is, but it's also one of the funniest parts in the movie. Is he doesn't even know when someone's trying to be playful with him. Remember, hits him with a big old slushy snow cone. He gets so pissed, he winds up. Boom! Smashes her right in the face, and then when she hits him back, and like tackles her, shoves her face into the snow.
Hey, listen, he was about to murder her right there, bro.
Hell yeah!
And then he would show up when the cops would show up, right? He'd be like standing next to a snowman and be like, I was with him the whole time. Yeah.
Shout out to King D on Twitch. What up, bro?
What up, King?
So Charter, okay, here goes Charter's trade that he made. I already gave him my thoughts, but I told him I'd get your thoughts on it. So he traded away Puka and James Cook for Tua and Swift. And he really needed a QB.
He probably wanted running back too. So, Puka to me is more value. Like he probably could have got that with just Puka, and like maybe threw in a QB in return instead, like Puka and a QB. But I mean, it is what it is. It's a 10-teamer. So,
and originally when he asked, should he make this trade, it was just Puka for those two.
Yeah. See,
and then he ended up evening it up with James Cook.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess here's the thing. I think he wanted Tua that bad, so he approaches it in that fashion first, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, hey. Then the guy goes, hey, wait a fucking goddamn minute. You're gonna make me give up a running back too? Give me James Cook. And then he probably thinks like, hell yeah, James Cook finally balled out. Cool. I'll move him. Like, see, my mindset might have been a little different. Like, oh, you want James Cook? You got to throw in so too then. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? They would have. I would make it. I always like to make it a little more preposterous, where they even go, let's get back to the basics here, and they go back to it. Yeah. I just wanted Puka. You know what? Puka for Tua and Swift. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I'll make it so preposterous that I'll make them reconsider, because how bad did that fool want Puka at one point and say it wasn't going down? He's like, you know what? I want Puka. Throw in James Cook. You know what I mean? And then he got you right there in my book, but it's 10 teams though.
And Jay Judah said Keenan or St. Brown rest of the year. Give the context on why.
St. Brown.
I'm going to say Keenan because he's already had his bye.
I'm just going to say St. Brown because recency bias. Is Keenan Allen really being held up by like just a touchdown a game and then plus like all the fucking 100 receptions he got early?
Facebook
What did you get
users,
like 30
Facebook,
receptions early on?
Facebook user said Amari Cooper or Kendrick Bourne. Probably Bourne.
Bourne's playing New England. Yeah, I'd probably play Bourne. I mean, if PJ Walker gave him 8 targets to Amari Cooper, he only came down with 2 of them hoes, but like,
it's bad.
8 targets is a lot of targets, man.
Yeah, might
Playing
not be
against
that
Seattle, I don't
favorable.
really want to fuck with Seattle secondary like that, so we're gonna go Kendrick Bourne.
And Roboito got offered Bijan and Kareem Hunt for Pollard and Rashee Rice. Y'all accepting? I mean, Pollard does have a pretty nice schedule moving forward. This trade is pretty blah all around. It's like Bijan for Pollard.
He's giving up Bijan and what? For
Bijan and Kareem Hunt for Pollard and Rashee Rice. So I'm assuming Hunt is luxury and they need the wide receiver.
I guess I'll take the Pollard side just based on recency bias, but I think the higher upside between the 2 running backs is Bijan still.
Mm-hmm.
I think everybody's really annoyed after that game. And I mean, I am too. You know what I'm saying? He has a migraine, whatever the fuck the case may be. He didn't get no fucking work. And then, like, you know, when asked about it this week, he's talking about, well, hey, we got 3 running backs. They're all good and this and that. You know what I mean? Like, it's annoying, but I don't see them getting away from he's like arguably their best weapon outside of Fields and Pitts. It's just the 3 of them. They're all neck and neck to me as far as their best weapons go.
Yeah, Frank said flex spot, Rashad White, Roshan Johnson, Miles Sanders. So one of those guys, I'm assuming. I'm leaning Sanders as of now. I just wouldn't play Rashad White. And if Roshan plays, I'd probably play him. We just don't know yet about Roshan.
Yeah, I'll probably play Row. If a motherfucker. Why I got all these nicknames from him? He ain't do shit yet.
And then another one, Frank with a pick 3, Scary Terry, Addison, Madison, Higgins, Hunt, Palmer, Samuel. We'll go Terry. I'll go Addison. And this last one's kind of tough. I'm leaning Higgins and Hunt here. And probably just going to go Hunt for now. And Charter said I was already stacked at RB and the opponent has Mahomes and Russell Wilson and said I was fleecing him with Tua and Swift. Well, of course, because that's what he's supposed to say.
Yeah, and I would have went after Mahomes.
Yeah, exactly. And gave up like 3 players just for
and then
Mahomes.
I'll be like, now I'm fleecing you.
Yeah, because he fleeced you thinking that you were fleecing him when Tua is like, you know, I mean, almost no value to him.
Yeah, for real though. Like if I would have knew that part of the trade, I would have been like, I would have had my foot down hella tough.
Yeah, just would have kept going after Mahomes. Fuck it, because he's spoiled because he has Tua. So like, if you give him a good enough offer to where he's like, oh, you know what? Maybe I can come off of Mahomes.
Yeah, because he can get to looking at Tua and be like, man, Tua didn't have some big weeks here. You know what I mean? And like, not to say that that's a lie. I think like the consistency of big weeks have yet to come from Mahomes, but it's coming because this, you know, we're used to it. You know, we're in did Mahomes, he won all October?
Did he win all October, you said?
Yeah, because I think last year was the first time he ever took an L in October. And like he, you know, I think
I mean, the only game they lost was the first game of the season. So
yeah, you're right. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, watch when he gets in November, but shredding.
Yeah. So just for the future, I know you can't change anything now, Charter, but we're giving that advice just so you understand the mentality of what you should have tried to do was go hard after Mahomes.
Yeah, because whenever somebody comes to me with a deal, right, like asking me for something, even if it's a deal I don't want, I'm still gonna look at their team and be like, what can I do over here? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like to improve me, or maybe even like, you know, some type of win-win situation here.
Because your team's so stacked, You could have given up 3 or 4 players to bring back Mahomes and then still have guys on the waiver wire that you could have went and swooped up that give you like solid depth. So like, that's why I'm okay with like overpaying in like a 10-man league, but to go after the best. I mean, that, you know, you overpay, but at least you go after the best.
Of the best?
Sure.
With honors.
And what up? Kelly said, hey, y'all, start 3. What would you do? Higgins, Deontay, Jacoby Myers, Nuka, DJ Moore. I mean, it's definitely Puka is in there out of the 3 that you need. I'm probably going DJ Moore because of the Chargers matchup.
And then Deontay. I mean, fuck, man, DJ. You know, DJ Moore, he did have a touchdown pass dropped, and then he did like get an end around on the one, and I think it was a bad call. I forget what he could have had 2 touchdowns in the last game with old T-Bag. So,
and he's the only game in town. There is no other game.
It's kind of hard to get off Jacoby Myers. My baloney has a first name, but I do love Deontay Johnson now.
Yeah,
I mean, like I think this is like that was just a coming like a getting back game. Like this is this is the full compliment game here now.
Yeah, that's where I'm gonna go. Puka, DJ Moore,
you're Deontay.
I'm going Deontay.
Yep, I'm with you.
And Frank said part 2. Foreman, Henderson, Ridley, Roshan, Foreman, Henderson, Ridley, Roshan, Cooper, Kirk, Myers, Waddle, Addison. Pick 3.
So he might need to come back for some of these ones.
You probably will. For now, I'm going Kirk, Addison, and Waddle.
Because it's like if Zay Jones plays, like those games for some reason, Calvin Ridley comes alive. Right? Or at least they correlate with his big games. Henderson, I don't know what the fuck to feel about him. I threw him in last week, like so confident because bye weeks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't really, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how to feel about that shit this week. But I'm with you. I like your I've got to play Kirk.
They needs 2 DBs out of Dax Hill, Kenny Moore, Rashawn Jenkins. Well, Dax Hill, you don't even have to ask about him anymore. He's an auto start every week, no matter what. He's auto start.
Mm-hmm.
He's number 1 DB in the league.
Bad from him. If we get bad from him, we come back the next week and we play him again. Like this is what. He's a number 1.
Pretty sure the one bad game that he had was like 12 points or something like that, and every other game besides that, it's been above 20. So yeah, he's an auto start. Kenny Moore and Rashawn Jenkins, though. That's
Kenny Moore.
The Saints run a lot of 3 wide receiver sets?
No, actually.
That's why Kenny Moore would be a little bit more valuable, just like more.
It's just hard to, because you know what? He throws to the slot a lot, though. Right? Yeah. So whether it's a tight end in there or if it's not even Michael Thomas, he's been out wide more.
Now they do run a lot of 3 wide receiver sets.
Okay.
Because Rashid Shaheed played 70%, and Olave and Thomas were both over 80%.
Oh yeah, and he's the 3. Yeah.
Yeah, so they do run, and I mean Michael Thomas is in the slot a lot too. So yeah, you know what? I'm just leaning Kenny Moore as well on this one. And what up, Davlin? He said, been a minute, boys. He said, Corpse had me all over the place for a minute. He said, but I gotta say, it's Puka time.
It's Puka time.
And Facebook user Minshew or Love for the super flex. He said his other QB is Goff, and he's starting him. So Minshew versus the Saints, Jordan Love versus the Vikings.
I'm not playing Jordan Love at all right now.
Versus the Vikings
in a single QB.
No, it's a super flex. He said he's starting Goff as the number 1.
Yeah, I play Minshew as my 2.
Okay.
Yeah, Jordan Love looks ugly, and the Minnesota Vikings like where Brian Flores this past 6 games now. I don't think anyone's won over 20 points, and that includes Mahomes and them in that mix.
Let's see.
Yeah, check me out. You call me ball.
Mahomes was flirting with top 12. Like, okay, he didn't get 20 points, but he got 19.
That's what
he got 19.2.
Yeah, and I'm talking about in reality. You know what I mean? What did they hold them?
The amount of points.
Yeah, but that's cool. That was cool though, because I could have acted cool. Like, yeah, see that one too. You know what I mean? See.
I mean, okay, but is it Fugazi though? Because here's the 3 quarterbacks that they held down. You ready?
Yep.
Bryce Young.
What? Brock.
Who was it in week 6? Was it Teabags or Fields, or was that the combo game?
It was the combo game.
Okay, well, that one they held them down, and then the Brock, who was El Concusto for
that's right. The Chiefs put up 21 points.
Let's see, because I wasn't even I was checking fantasy points for the QB.
Yeah. I was talking reality.
They put up 27.
They did. Yeah, I missed that. Okay, but still, okay. It was the past 3 games though, or 3 out of the past
2
4
games. 3 out of the last 4.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Jets put up 20 on them.
I mean, I was saying more than 20. So.
Oh wait. Hold on.
What about the Chargers? Go all the way back.
They
had to give it overtime.
Yeah, see, but it's a lot of Fugazi though, because you look at Bucks put up 20 on them, Eagles 34, Chargers 28, Chiefs 27. What? The teams that they held down, 49ers. So I mean, that was the big shock. Maybe that's where all the of why they're so good. Because then it's the Bears and the Panthers. They held both of them to 13. And then you go back to the Cardinals. They held the Cardinals to 18, but they still lost. I mean, that was no. Yeah, actually, that was preseason, so it doesn't even matter. So half the games they've given up 20 plus points. And if 49ers would have just scored another field goal or 2, that would be 4 out of that'd be 4 of the games where they had it.
So they're holding so there's a floor of 20 points here. And what? Hold on. Let me go help my girl quick.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm jump on the computer now.
Yeah, and I just like the matchup better, and I think that's really what it is. It is the matchup, because Love and Minshew are still both bottom tier guys to me. And Flappo on Twitch, what up? Said need 2 flexes, half PPR, Zay Flowers, Josh Downs, Chuba, Miles Sanders, Cam Akers, Tank Dell, Tajee, or Romeo Dubs. I am leaning Zay Flowers. No, actually, I'm leaning Tank Dell and Romeo Dubs for now. But make sure you come back because it's Thursday. So never accept a Thursday answer as a final answer because things may change over the next couple of days. But yeah, that's where I'm leaning as of now. Tank Dell, Romeo Dubs. And Roboitos, I'm just afraid that Rashee Rice is about to break out. But then wide receivers right now are Tyreek, Christian Watson, Amari Cooper. Yeah, I mean, so that means you got Tyreek, and that's it, because Watson and Amari Cooper are barely fringe startable right now. And Jay Judah got offered Keenan for my St. Brown and Puka for my Bijan. Otherwise, I don't know. I don't like that. I don't know. Yeah, Keenan for St. Brown, like, I wouldn't even do that. Like, why? Why do wide receiver for wide receiver? And then I might trade Bijan for Puka. I might ask for another piece besides that. What up, Peacock? And Charleston, understandable. I'll go hard after a wide receiver now since I'm stacked with running back and Swift and Eckler. And here's what you do, because if you're going to go after a wide receiver, you got to find the team that has hella wide receivers, but they need running backs. And you just try your hardest to go after the best wide receiver that they have, not taking their second or third best. You go after their best. That's how that should be the goal. It may not end that way, but that should be the goal and what you're shooting for. What up, Happy Trees? What up, Zach? He said start Nico or Christian Kirk. Leaning Kirk as of now. Make sure you come back though. And Davlin said, I don't get the hate for Foreman. Said it earlier in the year. He's the best pure rusher on that team and exactly what Chicago needs and wants. He'll be the number 1 RB on that team rest of the season. I mean, that's just what it is, though. Like, it's probably not going to be the number 1. We shall see. I mean, the hate is probably not on him. The hate is probably more on the Bears and how we can't expect much from them without Fields. I think that's where a lot of the Foreman hate would come from. And Tim said Jacobs, Taylor, and Swift. Which 2 to start? Swift. Man. Swift and Taylor for now. Happy Trees, Alshire or Eric Kendricks? Ooh, good one. Leaning Eric Kendricks. Pretty close, though. Very close. King D, what up, homie? He said bench 1 wide receiver. Evans, Diggs, Higgins, Myers. Evans, Diggs. I mean, it's not going to be Diggs. Got to play Evans versus the Bills on Thursday. Got to do that. So it comes down to Higgins or Myers. Probably going Myers over Higgins. Yeah.
You didn't right now. Thank you.
What up, Chito? He said, what defense is good to stream? Houston, Jacksonville, Pittsburgh, or the Giants? Houston, out of these options, they're not even like, they're over 60%. So, yeah, not even available in a lot of leagues. Elias, what up, homie? Said, I need to bench 1. I need to start 1 between Deontay, Godwin, or McLaurin. I'm leaning Scary Terry. What up, Tino?
Who's Washington playing?
Washington's got the Eagles.
Oh yeah, it's not a bad matchup, I guess.
And he handled Biz last time versus him.
Yeah, you know what sucks is like you just gotta wait because it's like it takes forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
McLaurin will be like 3/4 of the game through and have nothing. You're just like fucking.
But you know what? It's a 10 o'clock Sunday game. You might not even be paying attention that close to it.
It's all good. They're gonna destroy the Wolf up front, man. They got it. It's actually gonna be bad if they don't have Curtis Samuel here.
By hook or by crook, I think the Wolf gets to 275 and 2 touchdowns, and it might all come in the second
yes. I like that version.
But it's really because of the Eagles. They like we've seen it happen in a number of their games. They go up big and then they start playing conservative, and it's kind of like a bend don't break like type of defense. And like we've seen that a lot. They did that last time, right? Didn't they actually weren't they winning and then the Eagles had to catch up or something? Is how it happened last time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this time it's probably going to be the opposite, where the Eagles go up early and Sam Howell's got
an overtime thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was like a tit for tat game last time.
Yeah. It was like all the fourth quarter where they kept going like back and forth. And Facebook user, I need to bench one of these. Come on, man. Are you really asking if you should bench Christian McCaffrey? I'm going out on a limb and say we're not going to bench Christian McCaffrey. Travis Etienne, Austin Eckler, Raheem Mostert. I mean, come on, man. Like, I mean, I know it's tough to sit Raheem Mostert, but not sitting Travis Etienne.
Yeah, I'd probably sit Mostert, even though, like, you know, New England's probably going to let him eat.
And why did you put Travis Etienne at Jacksonville? Because he put all the matchups, but yeah, he put Etienne at Jacksonville.
Oh, no, man.
Oh, wait, I didn't even see Breece Hall was in there also. Nah, but I'm starting Breece Hall versus the Giants.
So we sit 1?
Yeah. So it's CMC, Etienne, Breece, Austin Eckler, Raheem Mostert.
Yeah, I guess it'd be Mostert.
Yeah.
I'm playing Breece against the Giants. I mean, you know, it's weird. It's only the last 2 weeks. And maybe it's really just because they played teams that didn't really run that well to begin with. Makes them look like they were like all of a sudden okay against the run.
Mm-hmm. And Cheeto said Foreman or Henderson, half PPR, got Breece and Monty, but I'm assuming Monty doesn't play. Yeah, we kind of got to be approaching this week as if Monty's not going to play. And then if we hear different news because today's their Wednesday practice since they play on Monday.
Yeah, so we'll get an official practice report from them. They'll probably say he's questionable. It'll be annoying.
I'm leaning Foreman as of now. Chargers ass against the running back, and we still got to hear about Henderson. I mean, it is kind of weird that they put him back down on the practice squad, but now we know why. It's because they can bring him back up and down off the practice squad 3 times before they got to pay him, like for his salary.
Like remember I was saying, it was as simple as he was signed to the practice squad. And then, when they brought in Royce Freeman, he was signed like as a free agent to whatever the fuck he was signed.
Right.
For, I mean,
and they did say that they want to see what Evans, and it might have been Evans and Freeman. They said that they want to see like how they look in practice and how they can utilize them. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, Henderson just coming in and getting 18 carries. Like, I don't see that just going all the way away. But I'm still going Foreman. Chargers way better matchup than the Cowboys. And Tino, if we didn't already shout you out, what up, Tino?
It's funny too. Yeah, shout out to Tino. It's funny too because like a motherfucker's like Sean McVay is like, I feel like that was a conscious thing to do against the Steelers. They're like, okay, we're gonna throw on them for sure, but like we gotta run on them. Yeah, I mean everyone can run on them, right? And then they do that, but they didn't win. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like because Sean McVay is like that. If it ain't working, we're gonna switch things up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely didn't.
It is annoying because that's the type of motherfucker he is.
They definitely didn't switch things up with Cup because that's pretty much what the Steelers said. Okay, we'll let Darrell Henderson beat us. We'll let Puka beat us, but you ain't gonna beat us with Cup, and that was the difference maker. Because Puka ate all over him. I mean, Henderson was all right, but halfway decent game. And now Tim said, "Now would you throw Jacob?"
I'm talking as far as the 18 carries, like you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Is that how they're gonna go in and attack the Cowboys? Like, I don't know. Probably not. Why would they? But yeah, now I mean, this could be a real big Puka and Cup game.
We'll see if they can fend off that pass rush. Because Stafford, what are they like? They got to be top 10 or top 5. Top 6 maybe, and taking sacks to the ass.
Yeah, like I was really thinking top 3. It's like
I was gonna say he might be snuggled right behind Danny Dumbass and then the Giants, and then behind the Commandos.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Just like from what we've seen, Commandos, Giants, and the Rams.
Burrow, Burrow was up there too.
Well, in the beginning, though.
In the beginning, I'm just saying, like I said, it was, I'm just saying.
Tapered off. Yeah, but like guys like Stafford has never tapered off. Like he's been taking sacks to the ass all year.
I know, don't die on me.
So Tim
said, I don't have
Stafford.
I'm just saying in general, like, because what I'm saying, like, what I mean? He needs to stay alive for our Cups and Pukas.
Yeah, and Tim said, now would you throw Jacobs in the flex or Devonta Smith, Hollywood, or more? I'm probably just leaving. I'll throw Jacobs in there.
Yeah, just get all the volume on a Monday. Let's go. I don't care if they're a bad run defense. That's like a savior on a Monday. Like, what if I just need what if I have like a 10-point lead? This dude has like St. Brown and I have Jacobs. I would feel okay. Like I might be able to fend this off.
I'll see. Said start 3 at a Cup, Puka, Ridley, Amon-Ra, Flowers. Cup, Puka, Amon.
Yeah, my bad. For kind of zoned out there.
And for the QB, Stafford. Oh, QB is Stafford. Start 1 out of Pierce, White, Madison, Spears. I think I'm going Pierce.
Yeah. Hell yeah, against Carolina.
Yeah. And they finally got some of those offensive line pieces back. And Davlin said Devonta Smith, Ridley, Laporta for Rice and Kelsey. Do it. As long as you're bringing back Kelsey, as long as that's the side you are bringing back. Hey, Minnesota Marty in the house. What up, homie? And Peacock said Carter Samuel has 8 targets versus the Eagles again last time if he plays. You think he'll get that kind of work again? Yes, because the best cornerbacks are never on Curtis Samuel. So if there's like a really good cornerback matchup, like a Darius Slay, for example, because that's why I said last time versus the Eagles, this exact same thing that I said. Every time they got a boss corner, that boss corner is going to be on McLaurin. And like just by default, even if he still gets his work, which he did, I believe Scary Terry still had 10 targets in that game. A lot of them were late, like Bogey said. But yeah, they kept looking for Curtis Samuel and scheming up plays for Curtis Samuel because it's hard to scheme up Scary Terry versus Slay. But yes, I think assuming if Curtis Samuel plays, I think we should be looking for a similar type of target market share and usage. Big BS, Ridley Downs Demarcado. Man, Ridley for now. Come back and make sure you ask that again. And Peacock said because the Jaguars home games are really in London, not Jacksonville. And M. Dave, what up? Said 420 kids, sit 2 PPR. Higgins, Bijan, Pittman, Nico, Puka, Devonta. I will sit Bijan versus the Titans. I mean, super, super tough matchup. And make sure you come back. Make sure you come back for this question as well. And as of now, I'll sit Devonta. Roboito, he said, y'all thoughts on Rashee Rice rest of the season? Y'all think I could give him and Pollard up since my wide receiver room is a little bit shaky? I I like Rice, especially with Watson and Amari Cooper as your, one of those guys would be your wide receiver twos, almost like Rashee Rice as a wide receiver two, like this week. But Watson comes back. I mean, we're gonna like Cooper a little bit more. So I just don't want to make like a super even trade with those guys. Like if you're gonna make a trade, make a trade that like really increases, the value of your team, not something that just, kind of keeps it, even. And Cheetos said, appreciate it. Thanks. Hell yeah, bro. M. Dave said, drop one at a Chuba Roshan Charbonnet. Man, if I have to drop one, like literally, like no matter what, I guess I'd go Charbonnet right now. Out of those three, I don't want to though. Hope it's for someone good or to bring someone off IR who's like gonna play and be good. Big BS said Godwin, Ayuk, or Nico, who's my wide receiver too. Leaning Ayuk as of now.
Playing against Bengals. Yeah, I'll probably play Ayuk.
And
I do like Nico though. He's gonna get his targets.
Yeah. What up, Phil? Said Darnold.
Hey, Godwin's like, man, Godwin's shit. I don't know why anyone's scared to play Godwin. I guess he's been hit or miss. Like coming out with 6 for 60, right?
Yeah, I don't think it's anybody scared to play him. It's that there hasn't been much.
He's got like a neck, right?
Let's see. I know he is. I know he is questioned.
Specified.
Yeah. I mean, they say he's expected to play, and he is good to go. I mean, look at that: 12 targets, 6 for 67. Game before that, 6 for 77.
Yeah, come on.
He's only at but I mean, that's what I'm saying. Though. I mean, that's still pretty blah. Like that's like a flex. That's like a flex worthy guy. Yeah, exactly. That's a floor play. No ceiling though. I mean, his best game is an 8 for 114. Outside of that, he's only went over 59 yards 3 times.
Man, he has 0 touchdowns too.
Yeah.
Let's go find the pay dirt.
Yeah, and maybe that changes tonight versus the Bills, but I don't know. I guess it's kind of hard to bank on that though. Darnold, Pickett, or the Ginsu for Phil. I think I'm going to pick it on this one.
Mm-hmm.
And what up, Brad? Said, morning, fellas. Would you trade Kupp and Mixon for Eckler, Lamb, and Ridley? Potentially, but I don't know. Ridley, it's crazy that Ridley's like a throw in here.
And Eckler's like re-aggravated his injury, and he looks like his age.
Lamb, I mean, he hasn't been living up to the draft capital yet. Yeah, I'm just holding, I'll just hold on that because Cup, I mean, even if it was only one game, like we saw a bigger blow up game from Cup in his limited action than we have from Eckler, Lamb, or Ridley from any of those guys. Ridley's had, he's hit what, once? Or I'd say that it was close to that kind of level, that Cup high game.
I mean, if your record says you should do this, maybe that's why too, because it's like you need guys you can plug and play, and maybe Ridley's the only one that has a buy there. Everyone else already had their buy.
So what up, Jay? Our homie Jay, he made a trade in the Wafers League. So he traded away Sutton, Waddle, and Jerome Ford for JJ.
Is that guy is that a winning record?
I didn't check records or anything. Jay, what's your record over there? But I mean, that's kind of what you should do. Like if you're gonna get a JJ, like Sutton's been whatever. He's like,
but he's been streaking.
Well, I mean, that's the reason why the JJ person would accept it, right? But still, on paper, it's like he's like a flex guy, at best on most teams. Waddle, I mean, there's the decent piece, the one decent piece that you give up. And then Jerome Ford, I mean, that motherfucker's hurt right now. And they came out and said Kareem Hunt's going to get a bulk of the workload over the next 2 weeks. And I feel like that's like some coach speak on Ford's injury, that he might not play these next 2 weeks. So, yeah, I mean, bravo.
You know what's dope?
He said he's 3-4. Okay. So normally I'd like to do this if I was winning, but I'm assuming you're still right in the mix.
There's in the TFL, I'm 3-4, and I think I'm the 5th seed.
Oh, he got Sutton, Waddle, and Jerome Ford. Okay. Oh, that's a horse of a different color. I swore that you brought back JJ with that.
Yeah, so I mean his record said he should do that, I guess.
I would have been looking out for a better offer, is what I would have been like hitting the chat, letting people know, hey, JJ is for sale. I'm trying to get 3 players. And and kind of left it at that.
I wonder how many offers he even like fielded, you know what I mean?
Right. Because if you don't throw it in the chat and you're just dealing with one person, I mean,
he don't want you to talk to nobody neither.
Well, yeah, of course not. I mean, whoever's on the other side, I mean, I would say that. Like, yeah, hell no, man. My offer's about to get worse if you take it to the chat. But that's what you got to do. That's how you get a bidding war going.
It's funny because I almost never go out to fools that put fools on the block. You know what I mean?
Because it's usually not going to be what you want. Or like,
I'm looking at motherfuckers. I'm trying to get the fools that will never move, and I'm trying, you know what I mean? I wiggle them, bro.
Yeah, but a guy like JJ going on the block, I mean, that's just like me putting Diggs on the block in Spencer the Gurus because I'm getting I got to make a move like right now. It's 1 or 2 more losses just hurts me or defeats me all the way.
Who'd you flip him for?
I didn't flip him yet. One person was trying to they just kept sending me offers where I was just giving up Diggs and Kenny Pickett, and Kenny Pickett's my best QB right now, and so like I don't know, like just didn't make sense. And I even tried to tell him I'm trying to get 3 players for Diggs, and that's it. That's what I'm trying to get. And I said if I did give up a QB, it wouldn't be Pickett. And but yeah, and he wants to fix everything wrong with this team through me. When I'm already giving up Diggs, that's already a big. I mean, that's the best player on my team, like hands down. Right now, it's not even close. But Spencer the Guru, he's in the mix right now, but he has to think about it. Like that's the thing. That's and it's even Diggs and Zach Moss that was in the mix, but it is 3 of his players that I want coming back. And 2 of them are wide receivers and one's a running back. Because he kept wanting to give me a QB. He kept wanting to throw in PJ Walker. And I was like, nah, bro. Like, I looking for the running backs and the wide receivers.
Yeah, that's when I figured I couldn't talk to you no more. I was like, man, it's gonna be too expensive. It's not that expensive for Diggs, but it would hurt my team. That's too expensive.
Well, you have injuries, so that's why. Like, and yeah, it really depended on what you were gonna want to give up, because that's what it is. I don't want to trade for anybody on the bye week. I don't want to trade for anybody who's like injured right now, because that doesn't help me. I gotta like win. I gotta like win these next like 3 or 4 games so I can start feeling confident about my team. And let's see. We didn't read this out, Brad. Let me see. Oh man, he said that he's about to have a waiver wire team because his whole team's questionable. Yeah, just hang in there. It's only we haven't even got the Thursday reports yet. Peacock said send Hopkins and Hunt for T. Higgins. Need wide receiver help. Yeah, I would. I mean, that's the better. It's the better name. He just
is Hopkins going to be this QB proof guy again? All of a sudden, it's like, man, Hopkins is old now, huh? Hopkins is old.
Hopkins is old.
They said it's going to be Will Levis. Will he force feed him or not?
I mean, you know what rookie QB start sounds to me? Run the ball. And they're playing against Atlanta. It's gonna be like an ugly game on one side or the other. We saw a lot of this year. A lot of like coordinators playing their former colleagues.
In
this Arthur Smith versus Vrabel defense. You know what I mean?
All right. And Jay says he's been fielding offers for 2 weeks, and this is the best I got. Yeah, that's the tough part too. Is like it is you being 3-4. I wouldn't have panicked because I bet you're still right in the mix.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not saying
you could have been like say 3 weeks. He rips off 3 wins, right?
Yeah,
that'll jump him up to 6-4, right? And then he's set to get fucking Jefferson back. You know what I mean? Like it's funny because when you were breaking it down on if he was sending that side, you know what I mean? It's easy to highlight all the reasons why we would, the pros. Like, Ford's hurt and he's about to get moved on from, he could get moved on from to Hunt, who, by the way, hometown kid, grew up a Cleveland fan. You know what I mean? Loves this is why it was the only team that accepted him too.
Yeah.
After the shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of a cool little mini story there. Enough to make a man take another man's job. Pause.
What up, Crispy?
What up, Pops?
What up, Coach C? What up,
bro? Coach?
And Peacock said Knox likely headed to IR. I swore they said that he was gonna be placed on IR today. And he said just Bogey said the trend they placed the guys there on game day. Well, it's because you want to wait until like the last possible moment, just to be able to do it. And
gamesmanship's at all-time high. Like, wait a second, we got an hour before games. We're giving an official report. Put him on the IR now.
Oh yeah. And Niner, what up, dude? He said B-Rob versus Philly, Godwin. The Lord of the wide receivers, or the wide receiver of the Lord, or Gabe Davis, the archangel himself.
Ooh.
He said pick 2 with 100% accuracy.
Okay. Yeah, all the pressure.
Godwin.
Yep. Yes, Godwin winning his name, obviously.
I know. Did you play both guys on Thursday here?
It's kind of ugly, but I would. I mean, I don't just everyone was like, oh my God, Gabe Davis, that's who he is, and this and that. Like, it's like he's for some reason he's never scored like he's never had more than like 35 receiving yards against New England. It's just like a thing.
Yeah.
So to him to go 1 for 5 is like we should have just found the unders and bet that. But if Vegas probably would have been on that. Either way, I'm not afraid to play him this week because that secondary gives up booty. You know what I mean?
It's 2 weeks in a row where it's been real shit. Before that, it was great for like 4 weeks in a row.
Mm-hmm. And you know why? When you say the 2 weeks too, because like even the Jacksonville game, that was supposed to be a big game. He had like a nasty drive. Oh, and then the Giants game, that was supposed to be a big game too, because he's wide open and he just trips over his own legs and then the ball sails. It was like, come on, Gabe Davis.
Yeah.
It's just little things where I'm like, okay, so they were going him. There was some big opportunities there. They were missed. Still opportunities nonetheless. New England just happened. Like that just always happens.
Yeah. And last time versus Philly, I mean, B-Rob, he found his way into the end zone. Had he not done that, the game, he only would have got 6 points. So it was lucky that he hit pay dirt. But that's why I'm not super high on him this week. He could hit pay dirt again, but he needs that just to like keep a floor.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll go to the wide receivers. And Peacock said Kyler's already playing Call of Duty. Oh, because I think Tino said what's up with Kyler. All we know is they opened the 21 day practice.
It's weird because on the practice report, he was on there as a full go, but it's like, you know what I mean? He's not off anything.
Right.
Yeah, but it's like what entails a full go? You're there the whole time. Oh shit.
Yeah, because I mean, okay. And Coach C, JT, Madison, Marquise Brown, and Mike Evans. Mike Evans, baby. And but don't put him as the flex. Put him as like your wide receiver too. Just in case. I really don't think Derrick Henry gets traded. Derek said Kincaid coming out party tonight. Man, haven't you learned, Derek? Just don't extra hype up the kid. Okay. Last week, 8 for 75. That wasn't good enough. He's got to do better than that. I hope he does. But, wishful thinking as well. Because I kind of thought last week was like a coming out party for him. With no knocks. We told everybody to start him. Puffin McSkittles, what up, homie? Traded Ridley and Hopkins for Hawkinson. Both were backup wide receivers for me going forward. Stand up and take a bow. Lock in Hawkinson, second best tight end out there. And Facebook user, thoughts on Trey McBride as a keeper? Not too excited about it. I mean, you better have a lot of keepers if he's one of the ones that you're like actually keeping. What up, Crispy? Just wrestled out of an old cast iron leg tub. I'm dead now. Check is in the mail. Hit the dead drop. Don't you go dying on us, Crispy. Roboito, would you rather have Ayuk or Evans the rest of the season? I don't know. Probably Evans. Pretty close, though. Derek said, yes, he's going to do better than that tonight. I hope so. For the places that I got him. And remember, Derek, if we're still trying to get him, I mean, I'm not opposed to trading him, but, I mean, the price has went up now. Tito said cast iron tub. God damn. Coach C, I've got Keenan and Diggs as wide receiver 1 and 2. Put Keenan as the flex and Evans and Diggs in. Yeah. Because it doesn't make a difference, like if Evans is the wide receiver 2 and Keenan is the flex. You just know either way. I mean, Evans is locked in once he starts, so you put him as the wide receiver 2. Just in case anything happens anywhere, at least you have your flex spot still available for whatever reason. And Jay said, so now my running back room is Hunt, Ford, Hall, Warren, Madison. Man, that's ugly. That's so ugly. And I said Waddle, Pickens, Bourne, Boyd, and Sutton with Hawkinson and Kittle at tight end. I mean, Hawkinson's been killing it at the tight end. And so you consciously drafted two tight ends, huh? Hell yeah, Derek, it went up. Come on, man. We saw his coming out party last week, homie. And Coach C said, appreciate you. Thanks for all you do. Appreciate you, Coach C. Thanks for being around, bro. And hey, what we need, what I need from some solid 420 crew members, I need some people to go to Apple. Okay, go to Apple. I know that everyone may not have an iPhone in here. So if you don't have an iPhone, gonna need you to go to Spotify. Okay. And we got to get some more. We get some more ratings in here. So I'm gonna throw the Spotify link in the chat for the podcast. Go leave us a 5-star review. All you have to do, like if it says you can't leave a review, all you have to do is click play on any episode and then just wait for like 10 seconds. And then you can go and leave a review. But we really like the written reviews, and you can't leave written reviews on Spotify. You can leave them on Apple. And so come on, guys. Help the show. If you do not have an iPhone, I know that there's someone close to you who does. Figure out a way to ask them to do you a favor and leave a 5-star review on the Apple Pod, because that's how more and more people find us. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get out more and more and more and more and more and more, because I mean, the whole goal is to turn, this whole thing into a very similar thing to what Pat McAfee's got going on. They got a whole studio with their crew. Some people not like right in the area, but a lot of people are. That's going to be the goal. Tina said, you don't have an iPhone, you steal one. There you go. There you go. Tina said, my bad. Must have took too much NyQuil again. Hey, Coach C, you the man. He said, just left one on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We appreciate you. Even if you don't listen to the podcast, it does help if you go and leave it on automatic downloads. But I don't know. Like for me, like that's what's crazy is if I don't catch something when it's live, I'm usually listening to the audio version of the show.
I still like watching this shit.
Yeah. I know there's some people who do. That's just me personally. Because, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I feel like I can multitask more listening to a podcast versus watching a YouTube video.
I'll still I can still have something on and just listen to it too. But
that's true. I mean?
But also, I just I don't know. I grew up on the radio, so you know what I mean. It always just gives me that feel. That's why I got into podcasts to begin with. You know what I mean? Like back, I don't know, fucking 13 years ago, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely when I discovered DMT, and then someone was like, Joe Rogan, and I'm like, who, the fucking Fear Factor guy? And then I was like, oh, he has a podcast. And I'm like, what's a podcast? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then everyone had a podcast. Fucking Adam Carolla was the guy apparently.
Yeah,
for the longest, one of the first guys really put everyone on.
And it's crazy because podcasts are really only available for the longest time on
Apple
iPhones.
Yep.
And I didn't have
even what were they called?
Baby.
Those iPods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never had one, so I don't know if you could listen to
the
podcast on there.
I never had one either, but I definitely had other people's iPods.
Yes, yeah. I mean, with
remember iPod decks in the car.
Yeah, see, I mean, that was just never a thing for me. I had the Motorola's and the LGs with Verizon for the longest time. You could upload
your music off of there already.
Yeah, you could get the SIM cards and throw those things in.
Yeah.
Or memory cards, whatever. They weren't really SIM cards, but memory cards. And Jacob said, should I trade Henry and Spears for Saquon and Breida? Yeah, I don't know. I just hold. I don't want to trade one backfield for another. Puffin McSkittles. If it's only one eye in iPhone, wouldn't it just be a Cyclops phone? Well, it's not Eye's phone. It's iPhone. Like one eye.
What? Well, I like where he's going, though. Why isn't it Cyclops phone? And I will be the first to say it's a representation of women and how they make us do the bad decisions.
What up, War Eagle?
Is it not an Apple bit?
Yeah, the apple is big.
You know who made us bite that shit? It was Eve. She said, "Hey, God told them motherfuckers, don't you bite that shit. That's the devil's fruit. It's sin." Soon as they thought God, she was like, "God's not around. He's not even looking right now. Adam, eat that shit. Take a bite of that shit. Fine, you ain't getting no pussy." He was like,
War Eagle said Joe Mixon or James Cook. James Cook. Dang it. All right. Peacock, we got to come at this trade a different way. I like that it's 3 players for 1. I just don't like any of the 3 players that you sent me. So we're gonna have to rework that somehow.
For context, we had the deal on the table. He was ready to do it. And for context, it consisted of a Romeo Dobbs, a Terry McLaurin, and a Waddle. Was it a Waddle? No.
Yeah. It was someone. Yeah, it had to be someone similar to that because it was someone who was in your wide receiver 2, and you had Tyreek.
Yeah, it was gonna be Waddle.
Yeah,
I wasn't gonna. Yes, I
and see, it's got to be something like that, Peacock, because like Gibson, Kelly, and Osborne, like those guys won't even crack my roster right now. So like that doesn't really help me. But,
are you just trying to fend off these up and coming bye weeks as well? Is that what like? Oh, but then your record right now too. You're in the territory you meant. You gotta start manufacturing these dubs right now.
Yeah. See,
here's
can't
one afford any more casual losses.
Here's one that just got sent in. Hunt, and not from Peacock. I don't know who this person is. Hunt, Marquise Brown, and JSN. Not the worst, but still, it's not. It's lacking a little bit of luster.
If only I had someone better than Elijah Moore. You know what? If you circle back around, I got McLaurin Dubs and a QB for you.
Wait, say that again.
McLaurin, Romeo Dobbs, and then one of probably. I'm trying to think which QB I would throw in there, but it'd be a QB. I know everyone's throwing you QBs and saying nah, but it's like I'm like, because then I'd be able to do that. I'd be like, yeah, let's do it. I mean, you know, who you got at QB? Kenny Pickett, and you had Watson.
And who else do I have? And McCorkle.
Okay.
And Sam Darnold now.
So who are you playing Darnold over? McCorkle.
Now I'm probably gonna play Mac Jones versus Miami. We'll see.
All right, let's roll something. Tired of smoking this weak ass pipe. Pause. I guess that wasn't pause worthy, but just in case.
But at least we got the juices flowing here and everything. I'm just responding in the main chat because multiple people said they sent me stuff. I
will so buy Diggs right now, and they'll be all mad just because of my record. It's not even I have the greatest team at all. It's funny because I feel like if it's someone that buys Diggs off you from the bottom, there's like everyone, no matter what, from the bottom or the top of the totem pole, everyone's gonna pay the same price. 3 players, someone's gonna hurt themselves to get Diggs.
Yeah, like, I mean, it's got to be someone who's really got
to throw you these 3 little pieces of like whatever the fuck, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's going to be someone's got to have depth to be able to make this trade. Because I'm not going to Oh, there we go. Someone said, let me get involved. There we go. Yeah, so maybe I better just go decline these offers right now. So they know that we got to approach this a little different, a little bit of a different way. Ooh, Peacock made it a little bit better. I like the top piece. I'm just not liking the Dylan and Osborne.
Where you at in this league? You like 6th, 7th seed?
No, I'm like last.
Oh, are you? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've had not only is my team like shitting the bed as far as like injuries, but I got the most points against.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, so it's just a lot of bullshit.
I feel like Romeo Dubs and McLaurin have been like the best little. Who's Peacock throwing on that top piece?
Tyler Lockett.
See, come on, man. Tyler Lockett or with Gino this year or McLaurin, and you just don't watch the game. Because at the end of it, McLaurin has it, right? At least right now. I've been going back and forth on a couple of deals in some of these dynasties. So it's funny too because I have a routine, man. There's a players like a Godwin or something like that on a Thursday, bro. I'm putting that pressure on. That's how you get trades done. Sometimes we'll be like, "Fuck, I need to do this now, so this guy can get his player off me in time." Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. See, what's tough is the guy who's like really like who wants to be in the mix. He's the 11th seed.
Mm-hmm.
And his
team's 11th seed for a reason.
His team's just not that good.
He's like, let me just roll my sleeves up and get in the mix.
And this team kind of sucks because, like, yeah, with him, it's like I would actually want like some of his better players because he's not that top heavy. He only has like he's got Herbert, Keenan Allen, and Kupp, Henry, and Mixon. Those are like his best players. And yeah,
that's crazy.
There's kind of no depth outside of that. And so like that makes it hard for me to like make a trade with someone like that because gotta have some kind of depth.
So you're telling me I should buy Derrick Henry off of him for the low. Or Kupp. I think I'm gonna go after Kupp. I want the Puka, Waddle, Kupp, Tyreek experience. To have both from each team.
Peacock's getting closer.
Where's Peacock at in relation to his record? He's up there. See,
yeah, I think this team is one of the ones more at the
I don't mind whoever does this trade, they might hurt themselves. But Peacock, I see what he's doing. Peacock got a squad over there. You know what I mean? Peacock got a squad over there. It's almost like adding Diggs to Kelsey's, that only helps him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, here we go. We're gonna test Peacock's loyalty here. Because I just sent you a counter, Peacock. I kept 2 of the players in that you left, and I changed one of them out.
To Kelsey?
No. It's someone who's not even a starter on his team. Probably would be a starter in some weeks because of emotional ties. But his team's good enough to where he's just a bench player.
He's getting a Tank Dell off of him. Oh, wait a second. I know who this guy is. I like that. Ooh, this is going to be a good buy for him.
And this would be me. This would be me.
Lockett, Tank, and who? Who's on the table?
Lockett, Higgins, and Tank.
Oh,
and like Higgins has been a lot of nothing, so it would be me like
he found your. I think this is it right here. I think this might be.
So another dude just sent Gabe Davis, Nico, and Jalen Warren.
Try again.
Yeah.
He threw in the Tank Dell. That might actually fuck your deal up to me.
Oh, I think Peacock accepted it. I think so.
Oh, nice.
A set of trades pending. Yep, there he goes. Locked it in. There we go. Nice doing business with you, Peacock. Hopefully, this helps me get out of the sewer.
Hell yeah, you gotta beat up on Ivory. You still gotta fight.
Oh yeah, I mean, shit, I can't lose. Like that's where the point my team is at right now. And Peacock's 4-3 and in 5th place, but all teams in the top 6 are 4-3.
I'm not mad at it though, because like Brett, he came up. I mean, what has Higgins really done for him? So that's why I feel like it's easy to come off of Higgins, even though like I'm pretty sure he agrees Higgins is going to be a guy.
I mean, we hope, right? Like that's what I'm buying him as the hope that he, gets on the upswing instead of where he's.
It's so funny. If you're on the flip side of this and your record is different from what it is, you're probably not buying Higgins like that. Or if you were buying Higgins, if you had to add to Diggs and
Guru said Huss wasn't playing. I said I was gonna do it. It just had to be, and Peacock had the depth to be able to do it. Like Tank Dell, yeah, hopefully he's good in a flex spot for me. But with Peacock's team, he might not have even cracked his flex. A lot of
Peacock got a squad.
Yeah, because who's Peacock got now? After that,
he's got the Kelsey, and now he's got the Diggs, and then really I'm like, oh, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, he's still got DJ Moore. He's got I mean, his RBs are what's kind of shaky, like over here, but yeah, getting a guy like Diggs and getting more top heavy. I mean, shit. Mm-hmm. And Peacock said, sad to see him go. He's probably going to have a big game this week. And then he said Higgins probably going to break out starting this week. It's the 49ers. That is one of their weak spots. And he said, I almost cried when you asked for Tank. Yeah, I mean, that's what happens, man, when you got some good depth, because that is a good depth piece to have.
You did it right, Peacock.
What up, Nick? Yeah, and this is like my last ditch effort here to see if I can stay alive.
Stay alive, my friend. I need you to kill many along the way.
Now I gotta decide who's gonna be the other guy that I drop here.
Who you got?
So I just dropped Nelson Aguilar.
Mm-hmm.
But now I got Dodson, Jonnu, Curtis Samuel. I don't know. We're going to figure this out.
In a super flex redraft, IDPs. I got Greg Delpit, right? Good old Greg.
Yeah,
Pitry, and Jabril Peppers. And I got to cut one of these motherfuckers to make some room so I could set a fucking lineup in sleeper.
It's probably going to be Jabril Peppers. Yeah, because I don't think a lot of people really know how good he's doing.
Yeah, and it's not fluky what he's doing, but the consistency of what he's doing feels fluky. Is that crazy? Like he's getting a pick or a sack or a half sack, fucking 8 tackles, 9 tackles. Like he's doing it's like, you know what I mean? He's getting it by hook or crook. But and then also it's like Jalen Pitry and Grant Delpit. You know what I'm saying? You never see him and Greg in the same spot, do you?
Never.
But they don't have a bye week the rest of the way. So okay, I'm glad. I needed that confirmation bias because I just couldn't. I'm like, fuck, I love you, Peppers. I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm like, you're doing it, but it's a redraft. You know what I'm saying? I released Jabril Peppers everywhere. I had him in every single dynasty I was in with you. I released him sometime before the fucking even before the roster cuts.
Okay.
Yeah. Or it was during the roster cuts, the to get down to roster size.
Yeah, see, I think in this one I have no Thursday players, so I think in this one I'm just leaving it as it is. They already said that Watson is more than likely not playing. That's just what I need to wait for that status to change.
Then you don't have to drop nothing.
Yeah.
Because you said it would be who? It was
I'd have to. So I dropped Nelson Aguilar. That was the easy cut.
Yeah.
But it would have to be Jonnu, Dodson, Curtis Samuel, or Brandon Cooks or Zach Moss. One of those guys. So I don't really want to drop one of them. I'm liking this. This made my team significantly better, I feel. Because, man, I had no depth. And, like, Deontay Johnson finally came back, and Aaron Jones just needs to stop being a bitch. Like, man.
Now who are you
dubs.
playing this week?
A 4-3 team who's projected to throw up less than 100 points.
Let's go.
Oh, wait. No, his team's not set, though.
It's still set from last week.
Yeah.
I'm excited. It's a good week of war. This is the beginning of the second half of the regular season. Fantasy
season. Right there. That was a really good example of what you do when your team sucks. I'm literally 12th at 5-2.
Right at the halfway point. You got it. That's where you make a change. You know what's been fun about this year is like watching people make crazy trades like it's like they're 0-6, but it was like week 3. You know what I mean?
Right. And they might not even be 0-3. They might be like 1-2. And
they're like 1-2. They're like, oh,
I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose.
And then there's people like me who like have been around the block a few times. Not my first rodeo by any means. And then I'm like, I don't need to sell Calvin Ridley right now when I had opportunities to sell on the name before you have the stain.
Yeah.
Of the disdain for what he's been doing for half of the season so far.
Yeah.
And then I'm stuck with him.
Yeah. And Peacock said, and then that's what you do when your team's right in the mix. You do something to make a push.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Because even though you drafted Higgins to be a starter, I'm sure for a lot of these last weeks, he hasn't been a starter for you. So it is getting rid of one of those.
Unless he's ballsy. Like Tino starting Dak over Cousins on purpose.
Yeah. Finally worked out.
And winning.
Finally worked out for him. He made the right choice. Dak on the bench. But yeah, it was that was a crazy trade.
Yeah, good shit, Peacock. And for you too. I mean, see, that's what you call a win-win. That's why when you said the names, I was like, oh, Peacock got this one done. And then there was a second though, right when he hit accept, I did say, I don't know, that Tank Dell might fuck it up for you, right?
I knew it could. But yeah, one of those things. That's why I said
I felt like you could have pivoted down to like a Hunt or something after that. Like, you know what I mean? Like get the 2 receivers in the running back. Cause I know that was one of the initial things you had told me.
No,
like,
I just threw that in the mix. I don't necessarily need a running back. I got Aaron Jones and Najee. I mean, that's not great, but if I can't win with those guys, I mean, it's just I'm not gonna win anyways. So
it's funny,
try to get the best 3 players I could.
For years, if I have a name brand value guy, I'm flipping them like if his history pops up. Like for example, last year I had a lot of Keenan Allen, bro. As soon as he got hurt, I packaged him up and just moved him everywhere. Before, like, you know what I mean? It went like weeks. You know what I mean? Just that first week here, I'm gonna move him. Let someone else deal with this shit. Because I was like, I don't want this to happen all over again. Then he comes back, and that guy I traded him, he actually knocks me out in the playoffs with him. You know what I mean? So it's funny how things work out, right? But like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like Aaron Jones, Calvin Ridley, these are all guys like I missed the train on early. If I only have about 2 shares of Aaron Jones, you know what I'm saying? That's just, you know what I mean? Just because he went so late in those ones specifically.
Yeah, and Peacock said I was trying to send Dylan as a handcuff, and seeing like I was debating that also, but handcuff doesn't help me right now. I'm either like Aaron Jones if he just sucks all the way, like it's just gonna screw me. But yeah, a Tank Dell over an AJ Dillon to me is a lot more valuable in the flex. Mm-hmm. And the Doe, he said start Olave or Pittman this week.
Shout out to the Doe.
Same game.
I'm going to play it. Damn, it'll probably be Olave, but like Pittman, because Pittman kind of needs the big one and pause. And but do you just get off the Pittman right now?
I mean, he still had targets.
It's just like
Saints aren't giving up that much wide receivers.
He has 2, like, I mean, he gets the targets, but it's like I think it's so polarizing to me. These two big plays he had. It was like one screen to the house with Richardson, and then it was like that 70-yard fucking house call last week or whatever it was against Cleveland. Was it 60 or whatever?
One, okay, and here's my cause to pause on the Colts. So, first 2 games of the year, I mean, extreme booty to the wide receivers. But then since then, Baltimore, bottom 7 that week they held them to for like wide receivers. They gave up some booty to the Rams because I mean almost everybody does. But then Tennessee, Jacksonville, Cleveland shut them all down.
Yeah, but then they're all even the Ravens. Like if you put all those names outside of the Rams, they all only have receivers that are too scary. But then there's the Derek Carr factor. You know, like he's been terrible.
Yeah.
15 targets last week. I had a homie. He had the prop. He had the over on I think it was 7. Like he like bumped it up. I think bumped it up to 7.5 on Bovado
receptions.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think they were giving him 7, so he bumps it up to like 7.5 just to make a little more bread.
Yeah.
And what did he get? 6?
Yeah,
out of 15,
something like that.
And it's like, God fucking damn it, 15 targets. That's not a Chris Olave problem.
No. Yeah, that's why they throw it to Kamara so much, right? It's a lot easier. I don't know how Derek Carr was ever one of the most like accurate, like downfield, like passers, or how that was ever in his repertoire.
It was in 2018 when he finally got with Gruden, and in that year he finished top 5 deep ball accuracy. But it's only for you have to just qualify. So what would qualify? Maybe let's look that up. When you do these metrics, like what qualifies you to be? Is it like, you know, it would have to be X amount of 25 plus yard passes? What do they? And then what do they qualify as a deep pass? Is it 35 and up? Is it 25 and up? You know what I mean?
Right. And Jacob said Olave
like
got arrested. Yeah, he got arrested for speeding. Like, he's not going to miss any time.
Yeah, at most, motherfuckers will probably laugh at him in the thing. You know what I mean? He might got to go to like speak at a seminar for like, you know.
Yeah, he's going to have to pay a fine.
Yeah.
Because I don't even think he was drunk.
Tell kids don't drive recklessly.
Yeah, because it wasn't even like drunk driving or anything. It was just reckless driving. It was because he was over 25 miles per hour over the speed limit. And Jay said, Bogey, you got a team in the Wafers 3? Said if so, send a trade offer. I need an RB.
Who do I got in 3? Is that my Austin Eckler? I'll move you. If that's the team where I have Austin Eckler, I'll flip you Austin Eckler.
There you go. Go check it out, Jay.
Yeah, check me out and then let me know. I'll go check it out. I'm not sure if that is my Austin Eckler team, but.
And Z said start Tua or Dak this week if Tyreek is out.
I would. Dak's playing the Rams.
That's got the Rams. Yeah, Tua's got the.
Tua got a softer matchup, quote unquote. But man, just Tua's like, you know. Do you remember what Julian Edelman said on the Kelsey podcast? Because they were like, "Oh man, the Dolphins, man, who you know that's them saying it."
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Then he goes, "I don't know, man, Bill. I don't know, man. You know what I mean? Fool me once." He said something like along the lines of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They already limited the fuck out of him that one last game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So
that was one of his.
It might be. That's definitely a higher scoring game in my opinion. Because I think if that is a higher scoring game, the Dolphins Patriots, is because the Dolphins are running it all the way up. So if you believe that, then you play to it.
Yeah, and that's what's crazy. That was his 13-point outing.
Remember what Julian Edelman said though? Yeah, you know, I don't know, man. Bill, you know, that second time around, you know, he's like, fool me once, you know.
So I'm saying 13 points isn't good. So even on the first time around, so like it was.
Well, see, but this is the third meeting in the Josh McDaniels or the Mike McDaniels versus Belichick era. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, that fooled me 3 times thing. Not the third time. They still lost that game though. But, you know, for Bill Belichick, he's like, he's more mad. His defense did their part. It was the offense.
Yeah. Hell yeah. All right. Let's see.
He probably chokes Bill O'Brien, huh? You think he sicks his dogs on Bill O'Brien?
Smokey the cat.
He makes Bill O'Brien wear a coat with like meat in the pockets. Give him the meat, Bob.
And let's see here.
His dogs, they only respond to Russian. Нет, сука. And they attack him. Bill Belichick would have some Russian speaking dogs, huh?
Let's see. Jacobs or Gibbs for Smokey to Cat.
It'd be Gibbs.
I'm leaning Jacobs as of now because I'm holding out hope for Monty.
Yeah, but if there's no Monty, like you play Gibbs with like who gets all if he's gonna get all the work against the Raiders, where even the likes of my man Deontay Foreman. You know, it's funny as I remember a couple of weeks ago, we're like, Deontay Foreman says like, nah, he's the guy. Then he doesn't do shit in that game. He does it the next week against the Raiders.
All right.
That's crazy where we're at with Josh Jacobs though. And that one is not that hard to me because of the fucking matchup. Detroit is just phenomenal against the run. You need to get it through the air. Like, if you're a running back, you're not going to get it on the ground.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Let's see. The DJ Moore, Olave, or Pittman start two. More.
Yeah, I'm gonna go DJ Moore and Pittman. I think I am gonna stay away from Olave just a little bit more. This, you know, what's crazy is before that game with the 15 targets, I was saying Olave is gonna have this big game here because he kept like a drop touchdown or a fucking, you know what I mean, a flag on his touchdown, or you know what I mean. There was always like something that was like, man, he's about to have supposed to have a big game. Then he has the 15 targets, but only comes down with 6 of them because Derek Carr sucks. Like, you know what I mean? It's there, but it's not like he's Calvin Ridley where you're like, fuck, it's not there. Targets or nothing, it's not there. You know?
Yeah. All right. Adam, should I trade Derrick Henry and Thielen for Justin Jefferson? I don't know. I'm gonna say no.
Nah. If you're like 5-2 or something, like, I mean, because you know what's funny is I feel like before the Vikings beat the Niners, people were like, man, they're just gonna be out of it, bro.
Yeah.
And now like people are like, there's a little more hope on Jefferson. Like it was waiting him out. And I'm not mad at that. That's kind of a come up if I'm like sitting at 5-2 or if I'm, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll just stay put. That deal's still on the table next week. You know?
Yeah.
That person, right?
Mm-hmm.
I might wait another week. Because then realistically, we're looking at week 11 to get a Jefferson?
Yeah, I mean, that's the earliest that it could be.
Yeah.
And I mean, shit, could be
right after the bye week.
Yeah. Totally could be.
It's getting cold these days.
Nick Tab said start Jacobs or Stevenson this week. Man, I'm leaning Stevenson.
Yeah. You got something. The linebacker core is a little banged up over there in Miami right now. They won that game because of the run game last week.
Mm-hmm.
You ask me. And that's how they're able to extend these drives, keep Josh Allen off the field. Like Belichick and them, they're not acting like they're like, hey, let's go get Caleb Williams. Look at the highest. They're trying to win games for real. He wants his 301 victory.
Yeah. Roboito said, should I trade Watson and Javonte for Ayuk? Javonte Williams. I'm not opposed to it. It seems like a lot, though, for Ayuk.
And I just don't really see the trajectory on a Javonte. I just feel like he's like a low-end RB2 at most, you know what I mean? At best.
South C said Hawkinson is questionable. Would you start Kincaid tonight or hope Hawk plays? I'd wait for the Thursday news so we can hear what's going on with Hawk because I don't know. What if it was just a rest day? I know that it's probably not just a rest day because he got hella banged up in that game, but he kept getting banged up and coming back though. So it's probably pain tolerance.
I'm not mad at the Kincaid play, but yeah, you have Hawkinson. He's worth waiting down. But then shit, it's just who they got? They got Green Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna get it for this game. Come on. He got beat up bad on Monday. Yeah. Fuck him. Change the subject.
Oh man. Yeah, now I'm just looking for like different trades to try to make in some of these dynasties and stuff. Gotta keep making these moves.
Yeah, I'm gonna get active. I got a couple things that it works. See if it goes down. Week 8 doesn't seem like it's the beat up people that are really trying to make a move right now. There's a lot of people that are getting their shit back, all of it. So they're just, you know what I mean? They feel mighty again.
Yeah. All right. Facebook user. Everyone on Facebook, make sure you jump over to YouTube. Just type in Fantasy Football Hustler or FF Hustler 420. It'll pop up. It said, in a dynasty, would you trade Waddle for Spears and a first? 10-teamer, 1 QB. My RB room has been trashed this year.
I'm not selling Waddle like that. But I get it, though. You get the first, and what kind of first do you think it's going to be? I mean, that guy's just coming up on Waddle, whoever that guy is. If you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is dynasty. Like, I'm not. Yeah, I'm Spears. What the fuck? I'm not doing that shit.
Yeah, I'm just not a Spears truther. Like, there's a lot.
Hey, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm also okay being wrong about Spears. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Even if you were to tell me, hey, they're going to trade Derrick Henry, he's going to be the entire offense. Yep, it's a bad offense, you know? So there's that.
And Corbin said Blankenship is back. Yeah, I saw he got the full go. Got that.
Let's go.
Got that Q removed.
Let's go, Reed.
Facebook user Dynasty trade. I received London and Russ Wilson. Trade away Kittle. If it's a super flex, I like it. If there's a tight end spot, though, who else do you have at your tight end?
I'm pretty sure he's okay with it over Kittle right now.
Yeah.
Kittle's a reality guy right now.
Facebook user, what up, guys? Goff or Cousins? So Goff against the Raiders, Cousins against the Pack.
Play Goff at home. That's just me. And then Cousins probably goes for 300 plus like he always does. You know what I mean?
Yeah. By hook or by crook, he gets there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll go Goff with you on a Monday night. And Clock said Spears is not the guy. Even if Henry is gone, they'd bring in someone. Yeah, for sure. Like
they take a look at Spears. Like, okay,
look at spurts.
In the last 8 days, they've made 3 trades. Right?
3?
Is it 3? They've traded away Kevin Byard.
Yeah.
They've traded for. Oh no, they picked up Kayvon Williams. Okay, so they've made 1 trade there. What else have they done? I feel like they made one more trade.
Yeah, I don't think they made another trade. I think that's what you were thinking with the Kayvon.
You're right. Okay. So, maybe they're not blowing it up completely, right? But if they were, and with Tannehill like hurt, they're going to take a look at Levis. Wouldn't you think this is going to blow up? They talking about they might trade away DeAndre Hopkins. That's what it is. There's all these rumors.
At least they said they're open to trading him. So I don't even know if they fielded any offers yet or anything. But I mean, I feel like it's the same chatter that we got about Henry, how they're open to fielding offers, but still didn't get an offer that was good enough that they liked.
Let's just trade him to Mahomes.
I know, right? Like, man, that would just be insane. That'd be amazing.
Fuck Tony, you know?
Tony.
And all the Rashid Rice guys would be like, man, fuck Hopkins.
Yeah, run game, I feel like only helps a guy like Rashid Rice.
Mm-hmm. What's the report on Danny Dumbass? Is he like on any pacing to play? Because I know he was limited last week, but they also like if you start peeling back some of the layers, they were like he's nowhere near ready to come back. He was just out there, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
just like
I mean, the neck's no joke. So he's dealing.
Yeah, you ain't lying. I mean, you know, like, see, like we gotta protect our head, right? See, this is a head. You know, for those that don't know, I'm a doctor, so just because it was about to sound crazy if you didn't know I was a doctor. Now that you know I'm a doctor, this is highly like this is like some medical shit, right? So anyways, this is the cranium right here, right? See that? To protect the cranium, they put a helmet on it. See? You know what holds up the cranium?
The neck.
I rest my case.
In that Cat Williams special,
can't do anything without the neck, bro.
In that Cat Williams special, the American Hustle, it was when the dude was given the Dr. Phil, like the Dr. Phil bit.
Yeah.
And or the Maury bit, that's what it was. And he's like, look at that baby, Maury. Got a loose neck, his head's just all wobbling around. We ain't got no loose necks in our family.
That's funny because like that's the one thing that I thought all my kids was hella legit, bro. Because like fucking right when it was born, that first night they all trying to. I'm like, oh shit, look at that motherfucker go. Because that's like amazing. Yeah, I mean,
what up, Fernando? Would you consider starting Christian Watson this week? I got Tank Dell, Metcalf, and Kareem Hunt starting over him.
Yep.
I would not start Watson over
Tank
all
those guys over Watson.
Yeah, exactly.
I saw all of them over Watson.
Yeah, so no, we would not consider starting him over those options you gave us.
Mm-hmm.
Keep the guys you got in. And Jay said he sent a trade out, Bogard. Check it out. And Facebook user, I was offline for a few. Yeah, okay. The Trey McBride keeper, not super excited about it. Really not. It's depends on how many keepers you got. And I did ask, how many keepers do you have in your league? Is it like you are keeping like pretty much an entire team, or is only just like a handful of people? But yeah, Trey McBride, I'm not, I'm not super excited about him one way or the other, even, with Kyler coming back. And potentially Kyler coming back, because we still don't know. Yeah, 10 keepers, 12 teams. Who else do you got as your tight ends? Is Trey McBride your only tight end that you got? Because I feel like with 10 keepers, I feel like everyone's going to keep at least one tight end. Like, why wouldn't you? But yeah. So who is your other tight end over there? And get into a dynasty league, bro. That's one thing that you want to get into, because then you just keep your whole team. Then you don't have to even worry about should I keep this one guy specifically, or just keeping your whole team from year to year. And Devo in the house. What up, bro? He says smoke. What up? He always says smoke break. And Ferguson and Jonnu. Oh man, yeah, Ferguson sucks. Yeah, and Jonnu might not even be worth being a keeper, right? I don't know. Maybe go out there and try to trade for a tight end. Go out there and try to trade for Kelsey, man. That is one of the rules of the show, is that if you don't have Kelsey on your team, you send trades for him like every day, trying to get him. Maybe someone else likes the idea of Trey McBride, and you can steal an old man Kelsey, from someone. And Fernando said, man, Watson was a disappointment this year for me, hoping he has a strong end of the season. The Packers offense got to start doing something. Yeah, for sure. Like pretty much he's not enough not to start, and he's not good and he's too good to drop. Like that's what
my phone be geeking in here. I went over there, refreshed a couple times. Yeah, I didn't get none. Jay, yeah, check me out though. The Gmm Network. I am in League 3. Oh, I think he wanted me to check him out, maybe.
Well, I thought he said send a trade, check it out. So I was assuming that he sent you a trade.
Yeah.
And Big BS said stack Allen and Kincaid or pick up Trey. I'd stack Allen and Kincaid versus the Bucks. I'm not scared.
And I'll stash Kincaid. I mean, what's his name? McBride. Right. Why not? You got Zach Ertz on, addition by subtraction. It's about, that team is in let's go see what we got mode. Like, you know, look, they waved Kayvon Wallace. He was like kind of doing his thing for him, but it's like, yeah, you know, okay, let's see what we got with these other guys. You know what I mean? Like, that's what they're doing, right? Boom. Fucking Ertz gets a little hurt. Like, you know, put him on IR. Let's go see what we got with this McBride kid.
Peacock, I think you're thinking about the wrong Watson. He's talking about Christian Watson, not Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, we're talking about Christian Watson.
Yeah. Like his downfall is when he got the slap on the wrist and got paid for it. Not that Watson.
I know. That's crazy.
He said, dude, quit on Houston. He's already looking to quit on Cleveland. How did he quit on Houston, though? I'm very curious about
he said, I don't remember he got paid by Houston, and then he goes, trade me. He wanted to go with Brian Flores and the whole thing with fucking with Florida. I mean, in Miami. Remember, there was all kind of.
We know that.
Remember, Philly was in the talks. They're like, oh, you know what?
We know that Hopkins left because of that owner being a racist motherfucker. You know, like, are we saying that Watson didn't see any of that racial shit? Any of that? It was all
the Hopkins thing was also like, it was like somebody with his baby mom's like always coming to the facility, like starting to racket and shit. And then, like, you know what I mean, Bill O'Brien had to have some words with him, and him, it was something like that. Like there was a different type of issue with Hopkins, but they all spoke out against the owner when he said that comment about, you know, oh, you can't let the inmates run the asylum or something like that.
Yeah.
Or run the prison or something like that.
Yeah. I think you had it the first.
Yeah.
One.
It's still to call them like inmates in an asylum. That's, you know, he's like, I'm gonna make sure I hit both of them.
And also, I don't think someone sitting out due to injury is quitting. Because look, he tried to come in last week, looked like shit, got evaluated for a concussion, hurt his arm even more. So, like, I mean, that's another thing too. Like, I mean, yeah, it's great being out there on the field, but it's not great if you keep like re-injuring yourself either.
He is a quitter. I still agree with. I still agree with.
You think he's quitting on Cleveland right now?
No, I'm just saying, like, period.
Oh, well,
like, you know what I mean? Like, he's just like, you know, like, I don't know, man. On the field, I always defended him for what he always did on the field. Like, yeah, screw what he did off the field, but on the field, he's the winner. And then, like, you know, when you're not like doing that, and yeah, you can say it's injuries or whatever. He was always that guy with a super wiry frame that'll like play, like go to war and play, go through car wrecks. He even I remember one time he had a chest injury, and I forget who they were playing that week. I think it might have been Indy, and he couldn't even get on the plane, so he drove. You know what I'm saying?
And all right, I need to ask Dr. Bogey a question, not Bogard Scott free. If you have a rotator cuff issue on your throwing arm, how does that affect you throwing the ball?
See the rotator cuff, right? See how I'm doing this right here?
Yeah.
See that, like, yeah. See, okay. Say I was like, remember old school waving a cab? I would have been like this, right? See, there's all kind of shit. See, say I was playing softball, so do you want to do one of those? Right? All of that. It's rotator cuff, right? Throwing a football. On the other hand, I see what you're doing here. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
God.
Get ambidextrous, God damn it. You know, I'm really I mean, he's ambidextrous when it comes to self-serving, but he can't throw the ball with the left. I'm just saying.
If he practiced his left-hand throwing as much as he practiced the stranger, I think he might be deadly with that left-hand throw.
He'd be like, yo, you just see him sitting on his hand before every drive. Hella rubber bands on his arm, just cutting all the blood circulation. Like, listen, once I pop these bands, I get a hold of that ball. It's like I had strength like I never had.
So that's all I'm saying. I mean,
strength and touch all in one.
I mean, I don't know if anyone has as much Watson, you know, as I have. Like, I'm hella pissed at him, but I'm just saying, like, I mean, these injuries, like, it is like a reason.
Watson's quitting on you, man. Fucked up, man. And the 32 is over, man. I'm in there. I'm trying to give him all kind of pep talks. It's over. It's over for me.
Oh, you have Watson in the 32?
Yeah, the only share I got of him outside of best ball.
Dang.
That's the only share of Watson. Of course.
It's part of the of course series. Of course, I think it's fucking in pick 19 out of 32 in the first round and taking Watson in the QB premium. Of course, I think that's appealing.
I mean, it was.
I was like, you know what it was? I wanted to drop all the time.
We have not got the drop like at all.
That drop is sarcastic now.
Only an off-season drop.
And it kind of was sarcastic to begin. That's how we came up with it, bro. Like, yo, we need to start using the fucking the Val Venus for these Hindsight's funny too, because after half a year, it's like, oh yeah, Kevin Stefanski just wanted to run the ball. Like Elijah Moore ain't shit. You know what I mean? When they still go like where they have 3 tight ends, it's just Cooper out there. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, that's crazy. And nothing changed except for they have like Watson playing poorly and now hurt.
Until Watson got hurt, he had 2 games over 20 points. He had 1 game under 20 points.
They both had at least 2 tugs, right? One was like 2 through the air. One was like 1 on the ground and through the air.
No. Oh, yeah. You're right. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he did hit the reveal at one point. The big old towel reveal.
Week 1. That was it.
Oh, shit, he's arrived.
We hadn't gotten a healthy Watson since. And let's see. Let's go back and just do some ridiculous pacing right now, just to put our minds at ease. I mean, he's pacing for 3,900 yards at the time. And what do you have? He's pacing for 29 touchdowns as well. And week 1, he only had 154 yards. That one was the ugliest outing out of them all. Man, we just couldn't get Watson being healthy, man. Did it to himself. Karma's a bitch. And Triple X Lex said drop Elijah Mitchell for Miles Sanders, Khalil Herbert, Charbonnet, or Tank Dell in a 10-team league. I'm not in need of any position, just stashes. I don't have CMC.
Maybe Miles Sanders?
Yeah.
That's probably who I stashed, and then maybe if I could, like a Charbonnet as well, in case like this calf is a nagging thing. But actually, Charbonnet's dead right now. Never mind. He's dead worse than Ken Walker. So
yeah, for sure.
I mean, not saying Ken Walker's any kind of dead, but he's dealing with a calf that's kind of annoying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like Charbonnet. He didn't play last week because he is
dead.
Yeah. The Doe said Nico for Jacobs. I mean, this would have to be team specific.
Hey, that's our man, the Doe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out. What up, twin?
Oh, no. Not that Doe. Not that Doe. No.
This is the Doe. That's
no,
right.
Yeah, this is the Doe.
Yeah, the Doe's been around for a minute, though. Yeah. The Doe.
And Peacock said he was sitting out an entire game after getting the bag because he was injured, didn't want to play anymore. Said he was medically cleared, though. That was the weird thing. No, he passed the concussion evaluation, but that didn't have to do with his arm getting more fucked up.
But he's referring to the game before the Niners. So the Niner game that morning, they cleared him to go. Remember? No. I'm sorry. Not the game against the Niners. It was the game. It was the Ravens, whichever game they threw in fucking DTR, bro.
They medically cleared him to go last week before he got hurt. No, let me ask you a question though. But before he got hurt, did he look like he was throwing well?
Oh, okay. Nah, fuck no.
He looked fucking ugly as hell.
It looks like he's a man who's sexually frustrated out there with all this money, and he can't go blow it all on debauchery. And that makes him really fucking mad. He's over there in anger management talking about,
Peace out, Derek. We'll catch you at FNT, bro.
Hey, Watson be at his therapist, and the therapist can't stand him.
Yeah, so that's all I'm saying. I'm not making excuses for him because he's a bitch. Like he put up negative points like for me in leagues this past week. Yeah, but all I'm saying is he did not look good before he even got hurt. So, I mean, being medically cleared and being like 100% is like 2 totally different things.
Yeah, but I'm also saying though, like when he hurt his arm, right? They made it before he like I guess worsened it. Because he re-aggravated it in practice one of those weeks.
Okay.
And then that's when they went with DTR. So that's what it was. Then they said he was medically cleared to go, and he said, "No, I'm not." He said, "I'm not clearing me." He said something along the lines of that, and that's why I was like, "Oh shit!" What? Watson got his bag now. He's like, "Fuck that." I do whatever the fuck I want to do. 230 million guaranteed. Fuck you. But it kind of works twofold too, right? Like, I mean, they're winning in spite of him. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And Luis said, start Burrow or Cousins? I'm going to go Burrow.
I'll go Burrow. Higher upside.
Up,
my guy is giving up booty. Booty to receivers. Then here comes another Sean McVay disciple who's going to see what Sean McVay and Kevin O'Connell did to our Niners this year. You know what I mean? They're coming off a bye week with fucking a healthier Higgins and a healthier Burrow. Not to mention Chase has been killing it. So,
and hey, shout out to Bees Barbarians. He said, "What up, fam?" He said, "Week 5. Is this the week y'all talking about?" That was the Ravens week. Was that? Let me see.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it was the week after their bye week, right?
Yep.
No.
Yep. When they destroyed the rookie.
So it couldn't have been that was week 4 because week 5 they had a bye.
Yeah, so we've been dealing with this Watson shit since then.
Yeah, he got hurt in week 3. That was the week he got hurt when he had his best fucking game. It was versus the Titans. Like,
supposed to do that. Yeah,
yeah.
He was the only one. He broke the 300 streak too, because he went for like what 280, 290.
It was like 289. Yeah.
Yeah, son of a bitch.
Let's see. We got some Monty news. Monty is not practicing today. Says Dan Campbell, but says he is getting better.
Okay, he's not gonna play this week.
I'm still gonna hold out hope for tomorrow. But if you got to make a Thursday move versus Monty, I think you make the Thursday move.
So you're playing Rachaad White over waiting. I don't think I would get it. I think Rachaad White actually has a decent matchup this week or tonight.
I mean, yeah, Bills. They've
Bills
been
are not the greatest at, you know what I mean? They get past. You can get past that first level.
Yeah, they've been pretty blah against the running back. They've over the last, really. So they've only had 2 weeks where they completely shut running backs down, and that was Washington and the Raiders. And then, I mean, even the Giants did okay, like against them. New England did okay, like against them. But Jacksonville killed them. Miami killed them. Right. I mean, Jets even killed them at the beginning of the year. So I don't think the Bills are as tough of a matchup as we think of them as for running backs.
Okay.
Still middle of the road though. Still flex guys. I don't think it's a smash play to play Rachaad White. That would be a business decision though. Playing Rachaad White over Monty. Fuck.
Overweighting. It's not even over Monty. It's overweighting for Monty.
Well, exactly. Overweighting for Monty for sure. And Ryan said, Dynasty, would you send Higgins for ETN? No. I think I'd want Higgins for Dynasty still. What do you think about that?
He's just he's a number 1 on any other team. So if you're worried about him not being with the Bengals somewhere or wherever he goes next year, he's going to be the guy. There's that. But also there's the fact that he's a receiver. They just tend to have longer shelf life than running backs. Technically, this is what year 3 for ETN, but only year 2 of game action for real because they had the rookie season on injury.
And I get what Peacock's saying here. He said, how can he be cleared and throwing ducks? He said something's fucked here. If his shit hurts that much, he shouldn't have been cleared. But the thing is, though, like, that's just what I said. Like, I mean, that's the difference. Being cleared and being 100% is 2 totally different things. And they said the equivalent for a baseball player, if someone had like, what is it, a strained rotator cuff? I don't know the exact wording.
4 to 6 or something like that. I saw that.
Yeah.
4 to 6 weeks, they say.
Yeah.
Well, since week 3, and then he definitely maybe might have re-aggravated.
I mean, not even week 3. I guess it happened in week 3.
Yeah, he definitely. No, but I'm saying he definitely re-aggravated that joint. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
See, like this here's a rotator cuff. You know, I'm telling you though, all jokes aside, you know what I mean? If he would just stop self-serving, bro, you know.
I mean, you say that like it's just an easy thing for someone with you know, I mean, what is that called? When you have a problem. What I'm trying to think of a fancy word.
He's a chronic masturbator.
Yeah, well, I mean, I wasn't even gonna say that. Like, what's it called when you just have like some kind of issue, like not an ailment?
He's a nymphomaniac.
I see. I'm not even thinking about the
fucking
specific
something.
term of what he is.
If it ain't fucking nothing, he's fucking his hand.
Like, what's another word?
We're talking about Deshaun Watson, okay?
What's another word for it?
Who's just tuned in?
Another word for
never get that shoulder right, man. Excessive.
Oh yeah, when you have a dependency on something. There you go. That was one of the words I was thinking about.
Dependency.
Yeah.
This motherfucker wakes up the best part of waking up. He's jacking off to the Folgers commercial. Like, I like that girl's cute in there. This is Watson I'm talking about, not me.
The Joker.
Watson. He's the weirdo. Okay, take it up with him.
The Joker said, full PPR. Should I drop Roshan Johnson for Tajee Spears? I have Mostert, Madison, Ford, A-Chain on IR. I'd almost be more willing to drop Ford because Ford's he might not play for like 2 weeks. Roshan comes back this week and booms. That's going to help you, but I don't know. You getting Tajee, what's that going to do for you? Unless Henry gets hurt or traded this week, it really is nothing on your bench.
Maybe drop a kicker, pick up Spears, then try to deal Spears to the Henry guy.
Grizzy Fresh, what up?
What it do?
Thoughts on trading Gabe Davis and JT for Adams? I don't like it. I'm not trying to pay up for Adams right now. We got some issues over there.
JT might be the best player in that deal right now. Yeah, and I think that's another guy who's dealing with a shoulder too. On top of all this, and then there's all these issues. Like let me spoiler alert. There's a little something we're gonna talk about later on Fantasy News today. But there's a lot of anonymous reports reports coming from anonymous players. But we know Adams is one of them for sure. They're saying the offense is like old school. We ain't doing nothing fly like the Niners or the Rams or any of these. You know what I mean? The Chiefs. They're like we ain't doing shit, right? We ain't even using the whole field. Like they're complaining.
You know, Adams has been very open about every opinion that he has about that offense and the coaching staff, even going back as far as them not giving Josh Jacobs what he wanted to get on the field.
Hey, Adams about to go out there with an eye patch on and one arm tied behind his back. And he's gonna have a hell of a game, bro. He's gonna be like, see, that's how bad of a motherfucker I am. Raiders. He's gonna have the actual eye patch on. He's like, damn, he did with one eye and one arm, bro. And throw him the ball more.
And Grizzy said an Aaron Jones and Lockett for Pearson Watson. I don't even want whatever Watson it is on that other side, so I guess I'll just say no to that.
Pearson Watson. Yeah. I'd rather have I'd rather have Damian Pierce over Aaron Jones, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Angelo
than Watson at this point.
And Angelo said, good morning. You always had pick 2 to start out of Ridley, Rashee Rice, Higgins, Watson.
Higgins and Rice.
Yeah.
Damn, fuck you, Ridley. If Zay Jones plays this week, I'll play Ridley because then there's a deep target that takes some attention away.
And you know what? If nothing else, Ridley doesn't even deserves to be on the bench right now. Like he needs to know that he did something wrong. Everybody, like we need to get, because you know how they have like the start percentage or whatever that it like shows you a potential start percentage or whatever. We want that to drop down so he really notices. So yeah, he should be on the bench right now on a Thursday anyway.
And like for what it's worth, when you go back to training camp and preseason, they're like, "Oh my God, look at he's targeting the fuck out of Calvin Ridley." That was probably just him trying to get acclimated to his new toy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Magic Man Ricky said, "What's up with Aaron Jones, dude? Hamstring has been hurting since like week 1, and it's not fair." Are you playing Aaron Jones this week over Dillon or Spears? I'd play him over both of them, and we're just hoping he finally starts to get right.
I mean, I'm not mad at playing Dillon over Aaron Jones but Aaron Jones, this is like you would think.
Dillon fucking sucks. Like, I mean, without Aaron Jones, he sucks. With Aaron Jones,
No, but you would think, right? Like Aaron Jones, like they just didn't give him the work. He looked healthy last week. They just didn't give him the work. So at least there's that. Like on the eye test, he like looked healthy, but they didn't give him the work. So
yeah,
you probably playing Aaron Jones in and being okay, feeling good about it. Quote
Nathan on YouTube said 12 team full PPR send Olave for Adams. Nah. I don't like doing wide receiver for wide receiver.
Yeah, it's too lateral. I mean, there's a reason why the guy is doing the Adams trade like that. He's trying to get off Adams, and he
he likes the 15 targets from Olave.
Yeah, you know how I am. I'm just gonna stay with Olave until I see Devontae Adams out there wearing a goddamn eye patch and with one arm behind his back. I'm not fucking with him, bro.
And Angelo
the volume play at best. And we hope for the volume.
Angelo said Goff or Burrow rest of season, and Burrow.
Goffle. Oh, Burrow is the name. My bad. I don't know why I was thinking of Stafford. Yeah, I'll take Burrow.
Frank said, salute y'all. He said, is this the week I benched Devonta Smith for Flowers or Pickens? I'm leaning.
I would have been playing Flowers over him, but it's like
I don't think Flowers is gonna have a big impact.
This is Devontae Smith week because of the matchup too. Like they get burned on the outsides, those corners.
Let's see. Did he get off on him last time?
That was like one of the big games he had. I'm okay chasing it.
Let's see. Was that the game where he had like 130 yards?
I think
what up, Joe? Salute.
I think that's the one where the tug might have saved him actually, or it might be. It's one or the other.
Let's see.
Gotta go back to like
it was 7. It was a 7 for 78, but it was 14 point. Performance.
Okay, so that was
like the last good game that he had was against them.
Damn, that was many moons. Many moons ago.
4 games ago.
All the way back 4 games ago.
Man, that's what sucks. He's had 4 shit games and 3 good games.
Slim Reaper.
And like, does he
Slim Pickens with Slim Reaper?
We know that if he gets 3 good games, I mean he's on fire. He's got 3 shit games in a row, so I mean he's on his cold streak right now. Does he get out of it? I don't know if I'm willing to bet on that. I think I'd rather play.
It directly correlates with Dallas Goedert being like a smash play every week in those past 4 or 3 outings.
I think I'd rather just play Pickens.
Yeah, I'm play George Pickens.
And ZDs, what up on Twitch?
He's nuts.
Yeah,
do it.
James Cook or Ayuk in the flex. Man, can we get another James Cook of what we got last week?
You need him to get in receptions, and last week he did break like a decent one to the house. So it's like, what I mean? It's still Tampa Bay and that offense. I mean that defense against the run. So that's what we're dealing with here. Do you want to do that on a Thursday, or do you want to play? You want to play Ayuk in a bounce back spot here, quote unquote.
There's only been
Darnold. For Sam Darnold.
There's only been one game where Bucks have given up top 12 like numbers to a running back out of the entire set, and that was it. Like other than that, I mean, they've had some games where guys might be decent flex plays against them or whatever. But that's why I'm going.
He might have a safer floor than Ayuk, to be honest with you, with Darnold, but higher upside still with Ayuk.
Yeah, and let's see, as far as the Bengals, I mean, man,
Bills should shred them up here, and this might be a low key shootout because it's not like their secondary is going to be able to hold them down, so to speak. That pass rush isn't going to be able to get to Yaker though, because that line is Swiss cheese.
Yeah, and the Bengals, I mean, what's crazy for them is, they're just giving up a lot of booty because they haven't. There's only one game where they completely shut down wide receivers, and that was week 1.
Okay.
Versus Cleveland. And then Arizona, I mean, even then, I mean, it's not like they completely shut out all their wide receivers. I mean, there was still some flexish plays,
Brown.
But the 4 games, Seattle, Tennessee, the Rams, Baltimore, I mean, there's a lot of wide receivers getting off. So
Cam Taylor-Britt probably take one back to the house, but still, I'm okay playing.
Isaac, why can't you hear us, bro? Turn up the volume or something. We've been going for 2 hours. You're the first person who said you can't hear us. Let us know that you can hear us, and then we'll answer your question, Isaac. I see it right here.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
And Grizzy Fresh on Twitch, he said, "Is there anyone you would trade Kelsey for? My team is on the outside looking in. He's my best player. I don't know if I should try to get a haul for him. No, I'm just not gonna do it. You got to figure out another way.
If the only way you do this is if you're 1-6 or something like that, or 1 in fucking whatever it is, 1-6 or something, or like 2-5, and then you need like to literally take Kelsey and make you switch someone's winning team to yours. Like you do that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That's like the only way. And this is and
gotta be
otherwise
like
we're not breaking the rules.
And a tight end has to be. It should be 3 players plus a tight end, like whatever tight end they have.
Like dead ass serious.
Yeah.
Like I need all these guys. I can start them all right now, and it helps me tremendously. And like that person got to hurt themselves to get Kelsey.
Okay, cool. Isaac said he can hear us now. Cool. Not sure what was wrong, but glad you got it.
Is anybody alive out there?
Hello down there. And he said, "What up, guys?" He said, "Should I trade Jacobs and Hawkinson for Brees, Ingram, and JSN?" I guess I'm leaning no because I don't want to trade Hawk. I mean, him and Kelsey are like they're like untradeable for me because they give you such an advantage on a weekly basis.
Is anybody alive out there?
And he said he is also 2-6. Trade Jacobs for something. Leave Hawkinson out of the. He said or 2-5. So trade Jacobs for something, but leave Hawkinson out the mix. And Bake said, pick 2 out of Ridley, Dodson, Dubs, Tank Dell, half PPR. Tank Dell. And Dubs for now. Fuck Ridley.
Fuck. For real, though. Yeah, like, where's Zay Jones at? I swear I had to look and deep and dive, bro. I was like, what's going on with everyone and the targets and everything? I was like, oh, shit. In the games that Zay Jones was there, these was the games that Ridley did well. And it wasn't that, like, you know what I mean? It was just like, is it as simple as there was actually an actual deep threat to just take that extra guy away? You know what I mean?
Ooh, what if Zay Jones is Ridley's hype man and he can't get to that level of hypeness without Zay Jones there in his ear?
You remember when Zay Jones was so hype that it was him and his brother, and they were like butt naked, running out of like a hotel window, like busted at the glass, and their feet were all cut and shit like that. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, what was going on there? I remember I was like, oh, they're cooking meth.
Steelers just had they just opened Cam Hayward's 21-day practice window.
It's a great pickup and stash.
Peacock said, on this date in 1984, Michael Jordan signed his 5-year, $2.5 million deal with Nike. And it's a really solid movie that they created. Ben Affleck is the director, and I can't remember what it's called.
You know, Ben Affleck has the best butt chin in the game. Hands down.
Let's see what it's called. It is. Oh yeah, it's just air.
Landed him J-Lo.
It's just air, and and
two of the greatest butts in the game.
The butt chin and the actual butt.
and the OG big booty. Before they started taking fat and injecting it into the booty.
Yeah, Chris Rock, remember? He said that her booty was so big. J-Lo came in a limo, and she had to have a separate limo just for her booty.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Charter, he said my RBs are A-Chain, Kyren, Walker, Pacheco, Eckler, B-Rob, Swift. Wide receivers are Nico, Pittman, AJ Brown, Keenan Allen. Who do I give up for Tyreek, Chase, Ayuk, or Thielen? So you got to go look and see who's stacked. Like out of whoever has Tyreek, whoever has Chase, Ayuk, or Thielen. You got to go see who's stacked that wide receiver there. And if they need running backs, like that's what you got to figure out. You got to figure out if they have any voids, how you can fill it. So if you got to find someone who's RB needy, or else it's probably
I like the choice of words. That used to be my game back in the day. Like, hey, baby, slide through and fill that void. You know what I mean? We're still talking fantasy here.
What up, Za? He said, yo, homies, hope all is well. I'm 5-2, 10-teamer. Dynasty, lost Jefferson, Tyreek's hurt. What 2024 pick would you send for Addison? My other wide receivers are Cooper, Kirk, and Atwell. I mean, do you honestly think someone's selling Addison for less than a first rounder at this point? Like, I don't think so.
Hey, and Robbie Anderson's hurt, huh? And like, is Craycraft still hurt? Are they talking about is that his name? Craycraft? I forget the other guy.
Craycraft? Yeah,
Craycraft.
Not really sure how things are going to be playing out over there, but I mean, I'm just thinking realistically. Like, I mean, I have Addison in places, and he's doing so well. Like right now, like even a first on its own isn't enough because a low first round pick that's not even worth it for Addison right now. So you might have to send first and a third potentially.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
And I'm okay playing both of them. Like I have a lot of spots where I got both Hill and Waddle. I got some Chase and Higgins. Like I'll do it. Fuck
okay, so Frank Clark, pending a physical, he was signing with the Seahawks. He passed his physical. So he's signing with the
that makes them. That's crazy, bro. They got the whole gang back, huh?
Yeah.
They're like, fuck it, bro. We got like the new Legion of Boom going on, bro. Like, come back, bro.
Peacock's so pissed about Arthur Smith.
I'm mad about it too, man. Fuck Arthur Smith.
What he said, fuck Arthur Smith. Hey, Texas Hustler in the house. What up, bro? He said, what up, ninjas? He said, wake and bake indeed, brothers. And he said, Madison worth a hold on a roster. And he said, Dallas, Texas is watching. Yeah, the Texas Hustlers from Dallas, Texas. He found us yesterday.
Shout out to Big D.
Madison is worth holding. I mean, versus like dropping. You talking about potentially trading him? If I could trade him somehow, I would definitely.
He's like a throw-in.
Yeah,
because he's like a fringe flex. So it's like if there was something worth picking up, he'd be the easy cut for me. Feels like a landmine, right? Someone else pick him up, be like, ha ha, start him, be like, and then you're like, ha ha, start him.
So let me go check this out for you. He said, how much for the flat bill, Caps boss? Let me go check this out.
Yeah, I need to get me a flat joint, bro.
On Highsman, it's Highsman.shop is where their whole website is. And let's go see how much flat build caps go. And they got the black and the white.
Then we got that good, we hit you with that good old promo code. Dang.
Let's see.
What are we hitting them off with the 15%er?
Yep, 15% off. And oh shit, do they not have? Oh, they got the okay, it's 25, and then you get 15% off of that, and they got the white and the black.
Mm-hmm. And you gotta get them while they're hot because I know there was a couple that was sold out because I know our man Lee, he was like, man, I'm trying to get the certain Highsman joints, but they all out.
There's the link in there to take you straight to the snapback. And hey, what up, Dennis? Dennis in the house.
What up, Dennis? Speaking of ninjas.
Yeah. And Corbin says start 2 out of Greg Delpit, Hufanga, and Blankenship. Blankenship's playing. We just can't sit him. Like he's just like getting 20.
And if we're only playing one, because if not, we're playing. Because if not, I do love Delpit against the Seahawks here. You know what I mean? There's gonna be a lot of action in that game.
Yeah,
defense in both sides.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed to Hufanga either, but he would be the third.
He's been having a decent floor for what it's worth. Remember, because I always talk shit to him that he's a big play guy. He just hasn't really had the big play since week 1. Otherwise, I think he's only had one bad week, and then it's all been close to double digits. Like in a Yahoo, he's only broke double digits one time.
Three single digit games on Sleeper, and then 4 double digit games or more. I mean, week 1 was his best.
But if you average him, he has a floor there. But those big games hasn't really came. They are playing the Bengals here, so that ball is going to be flying around, and I'm pretty sure they're going to have him off some safety blitz. We got to get creative here.
Yeah, that's what
it's
comes
looking
down
like. We're missing D'Amico Ryans.
He mixes in a safety blitz and gets a sack, or mixes in an INT. I mean, that's when he can flirt with 20 points.
But I do like my man Greg Grant Delpit.
And what up, Daryl? He said, "What up, hustlers?" He said, "Love you, brothers. Appreciate you, homie. You the man,
you too, bro. I feel the love."
And Joe said Gibbs got a points bump on Yahoo, probably because what's his name, Monty did not practice today.
Yeah, we got to boost.
Or they said he's not going to practice.
Little projections.
Yeah. All right. Almost 2.5 hours we're rocking. Appreciate you guys rocking with us on the morning wake and bake. And we'll be back at 1 West Coast time for fantasy news today. And that'll be just a quick one. And then we got Thursday night football going down. And man, let's hope this is a good one. If it's not a good one, I'm bouncing early today because
come on.
They're having a party at the Jerome Baker headquarters, just a low-key friends and family party, he said. So yeah, gotta go check that out.
Hell yeah, you gotta rub elbows. Just low-key friends and family. You know what I'm saying? You're in the circle, you gotta go.
Hell yeah. And Peacock said Hopkins got a point and drop on his projections, probably because Will Levis sucks.
Mm-hmm. And Malik Davis, or what's his name? Malik Willis. They're like, yeah, he'll get in there too.
And so just a reminder, go follow us on the audio version of the podcast, Fantasy Football Hustler. If you go to hustlerpod.com, that'll help you get to whatever platform you listen on. Then you can leave a review on whatever platform, Apple, on Spotify. Leave us a 5-star review on Spotify. All you got to do is listen to like a couple seconds of a pod to leave a review, and then leave us a 5-star review on Apple if you can. That's how people are going to find us, and leave a written review so we can read it out on one of the shows. And Bogey, let them know.
Hey, just search Bogard Scott free on all streaming platforms, anywhere you consume your music, Apple, Spotify, Tidal, give me money.
Hell yeah. And Daryl said, bro, I'm thinking about dumping all my top players in the pool, just getting out of the game. I'm 6-1 in one league. I'm 4-3 in the other. I'm just not sure how fair this would be to the league. I'm so confused. Why? Why are you thinking about getting out of the game? I'm confused.
Yeah, fight to the end. I don't get what you're saying here. We're fight till we're in it for chippers.
Yeah, come on.
We're not speaking like no type of quitters.
What up, B-Dog? And we're getting out of here, B-Dog, but we'll see you and everybody else back on FNT in a little more than 3 hours, 1 o'clock West Coast time, 4 Eastern. And then get ready for Silver Screen Breakdowns. That's going to be tomorrow at around 5 West Coast time, and we're going to be breaking down the original Scream number 1.
You know Master P got to join on there on that soundtrack?
I believe it.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to have to check that out. All right. Oh, and he said because of the world news. I mean, this is one of the distractions for me on like the world news. Yeah. It sucks, but it really does.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Thoughts and prayers to everybody out there. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. It's easy to compartmentalize it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean, to our own lives, but for the greater world, this is something that we all know has been going on for a long time. This is the holy war, bro, and that's what's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
it was written.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys back here in a couple hours. Peace out, everybody.
Peace.
Defense on me.
I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night. If they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm going to take every last one of you out. You make sure they remember forever the night they played the Titans.
Here comes the